Well, the Yankee crowd is fired up. There are a number of Red Sox fans here at Yankee Stadium in New York. This game will be about 10 minutes delayed in starting because the National League Championship Series went extra innings. So we're going to probably have about another 11 minutes or so. We'll wait a few minutes here before we give you the starting lineups for the Red Sox and the Yankees. The weather forecast for tonight will start with temperatures around 52 degrees or so, and it'll get down into the upper 40s before this one is over. There's no forecast for rain tonight, so that is certainly good news, as last night the Red Sox and the Yankees, who played Game 6, had to put up with a mist through most of the ball game. It is windy again here in New York, but apparently the field is dry, the conditions are dry. But Joe Castiglione, as the two teams meet, the game of baseball is a game of touch and feel. You need your hands as a position player, as a pitcher, as a hitter. So on a cold night like this, they're going to have to endure some tough conditions as far as the temperature anyway.
It is dry, so that's a big plus, but it will be a little bit raw. Pitchers, of course, will be the warmest guys on the field, except perhaps for the hands. But I don't think the elements will factor into it too much, although it might be a little tough to drive one out of here tonight.
Well, both of these pitchers are sinker ball pitchers. Kevin Brown and Derek Lowe, as Yogi Berra comes out to accept the ceremonial first pitch. We saw Spike Lee on the field before the game talking with Derek Jeter, so I don't know what advice Spike Lee had, but he was spending a lot of time talking with Derek Jeter as the ceremonial first pitch will be about to be unleashed here. Gary Sheffield's wife, DeLone, sang the national anthem here, and that got the crowd fired up. I don't know if this crowd needs any encouragement. This is the Red Sox and the Yankees, Game 7. The winner goes to the World Series. The loser goes home for the winter. But if the Red Sox win, they go further into the history book. And if the Yankees lose, all of a sudden some of that swagger and brashness, if you will, of the Yankees and the mystique maybe goes out the window.
Well, the Yankees, with Bucky Dent is coming out to throw out the first pitch tonight to Yogi Berra. Bucky's managing their Columbus Farm Club. You all know about him in '78. But the New York Post today ran a front page picture of the Babe, and it had the quote, "Put me in." So they're certainly shaky here. They understand that the Yankees are very close to a real embarrassment, and the Red Sox to a major accomplishment.
I know the symbolism of having Bucky Dent out there throwing the ceremonial first pitch, but there's no way that affects a Manny Ramirez or a Kevin Millar or an Orlando Cabrera or a Bill Miller or a David Ortiz or a Derek Lowe or a Jason Varitek. That's past history. These guys have made history to this point, and they, to a man, feel like they still have some unfinished business to take care of. They've just given themselves a chance to move on. They haven't cashed in their chips.
Well, the Red Sox have to catch the ball. They've done that much better the second half of the season. They've made just one error in this series, and they also have to run the bases effectively and not run themselves out of innings. So there's so many variables in a game like this that really this is a game that's almost impossible to handicap because the bullpens are so taxed. The starting pitchers both working with just 3 days rest, or in Derek Lowe's case 2 days rest, Brown's case 3 days, and there's just no way of predicting what's going to happen. You would anticipate perhaps a lot of runs being scored, but then there's just no telling.
Yeah, the line that we heard most often today when you ask people what's going to happen, what do you think? They said, we just don't know, and that's the uniformed people, that's the people in the media that cover it, it's the media people that cover these clubs on a daily basis, it's the national media. This really is uncharted waters when you look at the Red Sox comeback and you look at the length of the games in this series, the time spent on the field, the use of the bullpens by both managers, and that's not by way of criticism. Sometimes you got to make moves based on what's happening. Well, all the time you really have to make moves based on what's happening on the field. So it's really uncharted waters.
Well, last year, you recall, Game 7 was the ultimate pitching matchup. Roger Clemens against Pedro Martinez. Clemens got knocked out early in the 5th inning, and Pedro, of course, didn't come out for the 8th. But this is totally different because you have two starters who've been struggling and who are not well rested, and the bullpens also have been used so much that it really is going to be a mix and match. And you wouldn't be surprised to see Pedro Martinez out of the Red Sox bullpen and maybe Mike Messina out of the Yankee bullpen.
Roger Clemens will get a chance to start another Game 7, the National League Championship Series. If you're just tuning in, the Cardinals in 12 on a Jim Edmonds 2-run walk-off home run beat the Astros 6-4 to square the National League Series at 3 games apiece, the 7th final and deciding game tomorrow night in St. Louis. The lineup cards have been turned in. Here are the starting lineups brought to you by Papagenos. For the Red Sox, Johnny Damon leads off. He's in center field. The Red Sox need him to get on base. Mark Bellhorn has had a good track record against Kevin Brown and hit a 3-run homer here last night. Has moved back into the second hole. He's the second baseman. Manny Ramirez yet to drive in a run in this series. Is the left fielder batting third. David Ortiz, who carried this club for a good portion of this series, is the DH and cleanup hitter. Jason Varitek, who's had some of the best at bat in the postseason, is the catcher. Trot Nixon, a Yankee nemesis, in right field. Kevin Millar, who always seems to do something against New York as well, is at first. Bill Miller will play third base and bat 8th, and batting 9th is shortstop Orlando Cabrera. Derek Lowe was 14-12 this year. No record in one start against the Yankees in this series. 1-0 in the postseason, a win in relief in Game 3 of the American League Divisional Series that propelled the Red Sox into this series. Is the Red Sox starter. Lowe is 2-4 in his postseason career. The Yankees have Derek Jeter, the captain, at short. Alex Rodriguez, who has drawn the ire of the Red Sox in the baseball world with his tomahawk chop on Bronson Arroyo last night. Rodriguez at third base. He's really getting criticized roundly in New York. Gary Sheffield is in right. Hideki Matsui, who was the odds-on favorite to be the MVP in this series, bats cleanup. He's in left field. Bernie Williams, Mr. Clutch, in center field, the all-time leader in home runs and RBIs in the postseason. Bernie Williams. Jorge Posada is the catcher. Kenny Lofton is back in the starting lineup as the DH. Tony Clark at first base. John Olerud gave it a go, trying to get in the lineup, but the foot injury too severe for him to be in there. So Clark hitting 8th at first base. The Yankees take the field. Miguel Cairo bats 9th. He's at second base. Kevin Brown was 10-6 this year. He's 1-0 in the postseason this year. No record in one start against the Red Sox in this series. He has a lifetime record of 5-4 in postseason play. It's time for the GMC keys to the game. Well, it's as simple as this. Stay away from mistakes. Stay away from mistakes. Whoever makes the fewer mistakes tonight, you feel, goes to the World Series. The keys to the game are brought to you by your local GMC dealers. The World Series will start on Saturday night in the American League Park, be it here or be it at Fenway Park. The National League and the American League Championship Series will both go the full 7 games. Red Sox fell behind 3 games to none in this series when the Yankees took the first 2 here, 10-7 and 3-1. Then in Game 3, delayed 24 hours by the rain, back in Boston. The Yankees set all kind of offensive records, pounding the Astros 19-8. Red Sox took Game 4, 6-4 on the 12th inning walk-off home run by David Ortiz. The Red Sox then went 14 innings in Game 5 and won it on a David Ortiz RBI single in the 14th to drive in Johnny Damon with the winning run. 5-4 the final. Last night, the Red Sox came into York and behind a courageous effort by Curt Schilling won 4-2 to force this 7th final and deciding game. So the Red Sox trying to get to the World Series for the first time since 1986. The Yankees trying to make their 40th appearance in the World Series. And Kevin Brown has been given the charge of doing the starting pitching for New York. Derek Lowe, the starter for the Red Sox. Johnny Damon, a disappointment in this series, coming to the plate to start it for the Red Sox. Whoever wins this game, it will be the American League champions and represent the league in the World Series. It's the Red Sox. It's the Yankees. It's Game 7. It's time for some serious baseball. To get us underway, Joe Castiglio.
Thanks very much, Jerry. Hi again, everybody. Series 3-3, and Johnny Damon getting ready to face Kevin Brown. The last of just 2 innings, giving up 4 runs on 5 hits in Game 3. Johnny 3 for 29 in the series, 1 RBI. Brown pitching in the shirt sleeves on a cold night. Kicks and delivers the pitch. Fastball is inside, ball 1. Randy Marsh, the home plate umpire, he had the first base bag yesterday and made the call, or he didn't make the call, but he caucused with Joe West to reverse the call on the A-Rod play. The pitch. There's a sinker in there for a call. Strike, 1-1.
Jeff Nelson umpiring at first. John Hirschbeck at second. Jim Joyce, the third base umpire. Jeff Kellogg down the left field line. Joe West down the right field line. And you mentioned Randy Marsh behind the plate. He's a good one.
54 degrees. The pitch is grounded foul to the backstop. And the wind is a swirling type wind here.
I wonder how much of a concern the cold temperatures are at the moment for Joe Torre and Mel Stottlemyre, with Kevin Brown having a chronic bad back.
Well, that certainly is a concern, and it feels colder than 54, really. There's a chill in the air. 1-2 to Johnny Damon, who's hitting .227 overall in postseason play. Brown rocks, kicks, and fires. Swing and a foul slice to the left, out of play. If Brown's sinker starts at the waist, you better chase it because it'll end up at the knees. If it's at the knees, it'll probably dip out of the strike zone. That's what Ellis Burks, our analyst during the playoffs, told us on our pregame show before Game 3. Brown's pitches were certainly down the first time up, or up the first time around. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Damon takes it just outside. Johnny 1 for 9 this year against Kevin Brown. Now, normally he has pretty good control. Sometimes he is so excitable that he tends to overthrow a little bit, even though he's 39 years of age. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball, left side by the diving A-Rod into left field, the base hit. Johnny Damon with his 4th hit of the series, singles to left, and it brings up Mark Bellhorn, who was 4 for 23 in the series with 1 home run in that one last night's game, a 3-run shot with 3 RBIs in the postseason.
Brown does a pretty good job holding base runners when he's right. Posada can throw well. It's unlikely the Red Sox will do some running here, although they may want to put some early pressure on New York.
Mark Bellhorn, 147 overall in the postseason, 5 for 34. But he had maybe the biggest single hit last night other than David Ortiz.
Oh, Veritek had a big one, too.
Yes, he did. Here's Brown setting in the pitch. In there for a call strike. Veritek's single was the first run of the game, and it came on a 10-pitch at bat as he battled with the starter Lieber. 0-1 the count to Bellhorn, batting left-handed. He's been hitting 9th the last few games, back in the 2nd spot. Clark holding Damon on. He has a decent lead. Brown fires over there, and he's back standing safely. Not a close play.
Brown puts a lot of torque into his delivery, and that puts a lot of stress on the back.
Outfield, a step toward the right. The home run went to left field last night. First ruled in play, and the umpires caucus and got that one right, too. It was over the fence. Brown setting for the 0-1. Here it is. Swing and a weak ground ball up the first base side. Foul, grabbed by Clark near the coach's box.
Watch Kevin Brown on the mound. It's taking a lot of deep breaths, like he might be a little excited right from the get-go here.
He's 5-4 in postseason play, with 3 of his losses coming in World Series competition with the Marlins and the Padres. Mark Delhorn.
Seattle Mariners hired a new manager today, Mike Hargrove.
Well, Mike did a good job with Cleveland, kept Baltimore together for a while. He doesn't have much talent there. The 0-2 pitch from the belt. Brown, long pause, throws to first. Damon back standing. But they went for an experienced manager rather than a bench coach. Joe Madden had been subject to speculation. Jimmy Williams had been mentioned. 0-2 to Delhorn. Manny to follow. Brown is ready, and the 0-2 pitch coming up. Damon goes. Inside and low. Here's the throw. Way too late. No chance.
Oh, he almost overslid the bag as Jeter put a late tag on. He almost came off the bag. So the Red Sox did run on the 0-2 pitch to Delhorn, which was down and in. A good pitch to run on.
That's why that pop-up slide can be dangerous.
Yep. That's Damon's 5th steal out of 6 attempts in the postseason.
So the Red Sox have a man in scoring position. Johnny Damon at second base. Delhorn with a 1-2 count. Don's taking a long time between pitches.
Watch him out there. Looks like he's almost hyperventilating.
Here's 1-2 delivery to Delhorn. Long pause. Now here it is. Low and away, 2-2, and he delivers. He extends so much torque that he falls off to the right side of the mound with a little hop, skip, and jump, it appears. He extends a lot of energy and motion into that windup.
A hop, a skip, and a jump. Don't they have that in the Olympics? No, that's not hop, skip, and jump. That's one of the events.
2-2 pitch upcoming. And it's just inside, 3-2.
Randy Marsh will make you throw strikes.
That was a sinker down and in, 93 miles an hour.
Wouldn't a few early runs be large for the Red Sox? Wouldn't that silence the crowd a bit?
The Yankees have had early runs in the early part of the series. Red Sox never trailed last night. So the count is 3-2 after it was 0-2. Here's the payoff pitch, and Delhorn swings and misses strike 3. Umpire made sure that Posada held it. He might have tipped it into the net. Delhorn fans, 1 out. And here is Manny Ramirez, who had a homer and 7 RBIs in the divisional series, but no home runs, no RBIs in this series, though he's hitting .320, 8 for 25. Manny is 5 for 18 against Brown overall. We're in the Giant part of the lineup. Any home run by batters 3 through 6. Giant Class donates $200 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Massachusetts. Kevin Brown, 39 years old, began his career with the Rangers, delivers, and it's inside ball 1. He was a walk-on at Georgia Tech as a freshman, did not have a scholarship. He was a chemical engineering major. Got his first win as a pro in the major leagues. Didn't spend much time in the minors. And he's bounced around quite a bit since leaving the Rangers. Been on pennant winners with the Marlins and the Padres. 1 ball, no strikes to count. They're trying to keep Damon close at second. The pitch to Manny. Over the outside edge of the knees, a call strike. They've been pitching Manny away for the most part in this series. That pitch was knee-high outside edge. So it is 1-1. Kenny Williams a step to right center. Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. Johnny Damon single, stole second. Delhorn struck out. Now the 1-1 to Manny Ramirez from Kevin Brown. A bluff to second, and there's no one who was at the bag. You throw it to Cairo. It was about 5 feet to the right of second base.
I thought he was throwing to John Hirschbeck. He was in the line of fire to get out of the way.
And if he saw a sign from the catcher that wasn't there, he just felt something over his shoulder, but Cairo was not in a position to take a pickoff throw. Brown Brown is ready for the 1-1 to Manny. Now here it is, and it's swung on, hit hard by the diving Jeter to left center, a base hit. Damon got a late break. He's being waved home. Here comes Matsui's throw, the relay from Jeter, and he's out at home. Out at the plate. Damon had to stop because the ball was hit in front of him. Matsui charged it. He's got the weak arm, but he threw it to Jeter in the cutoff position, and he fired home, and they get Damon 7-6-2.
I wonder why he was sent with David Ortiz coming up. All Matsui had to do was get it to Jeter, who threw a strike, and Posada had the plate blocked, but Dale Swain decided to send Damon home, and instead of the Red Sox having runners at first and third and one out, they have a man at first with two down as they lose a man at the plate in the very first inning.
Well, that really hurts because Damon had to stop. The ball was hit in front of him, and Jeter took a dive. Matsui charged it well. We know he has a weak arm, but he did the smart thing in throwing it to Jeter, who took the relay throw and fired a strike to Posada, and he was out by a good margin. 7-6-2 on the out. Here comes Ortiz. The pitch to David. Swinging a drive hammer deep to right field. Way back, and this ball is gone into the right field seat. A line drive home run by David Ortiz, and the Red Sox lead it 2-0. Ortiz, first ball swinging. It's his third home run of the series. He now has 11 RBIs, and that takes a lot of the sting out of the out at the plate as the Red Sox jump ahead 2-0 in the first inning.
You talk about picking your team up. You talk about a job of picking your team up. Ortiz just did that there. If the Red Sox come out of this inning without a run scoring, they slump their shoulders a little bit, but Ortiz really bailed the Red Sox out. He got a sinker right down the middle of the plate, just above the knees, and a line drive, as Ellis Burks told us on the pregame show. He didn't launch it high in the air. He cut it on a line right into the lower bleachers for a two-run homer.
Big Papi's fourth home run of this postseason. He has 15 RBIs in the postseason, in there for the call strike, and he's now 18 of 39 overall. That was very hittable right down the middle. It did not have much sinking action to it. So it's 2-0 Boston. They've had 3 hits already off Brown. Jason swings and misses with a sinker down and away. Beck 8 for 23 with 2 homers, 7 ribbies in this series. 3 homers, 9 RBIs, and 286 in the postseason.
You cannot measure how big that home run turns out to be for the Red Sox, who look like they're going to blow a scoring chance in this inning.
They'll swing must feel a lot better. The pitch. Low with a sinker, 1-2. So Kevin Brown, who gave up a home run to Trot Nixon at Fenway, gives up a line drive home run to Ortiz. Sheffield hardly went back. He just turned and watched it sail about 15 rows into the lower deck and right. And now time granted as Varitek backs out of the box. So the Red Sox have taken the early lead here against Brown and the Yankees. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul to the backstop on a high fastball.
Brown only allowed 14 home runs in the regular season. But he gave up a 2-run shot here to David Ortiz, and who else would you expect for the Red Sox?
6 postseason home runs for Big Papi, and 5 have come against the Yankees. 2 last year, 3 this year. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a dribbler foul around the batter's box. David Ortiz, first ball swinging, hit it out.
I said earlier, the team that makes the fewer mistakes tonight will have the best chance to win. That may sound very simple, but the Red Sox made a mistake trying to score Damon after he hesitated from second base on a base hit by Manny Ramirez. But David Ortiz picked him up with a 2-run homer.
Varitek behind on the count, 1-2. He's 3 for 6 against Brown this year with a homer, and he drives one deep but foul into the upper deck and right. He pulled it foul by about 70 feet.
Got a little quiet here, didn't it?
It certainly did. Well, We all had Matsui penciled in for MVP honors.
Yeah.
Of course, this game is not over yet.
This may turn out like a Florida election.
We'll see. So many candidates right now on both sides. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball hit softly up the first base side. Grabbed by Brown near the line. Runs to the bag. For the out that retires the side. But the Red Sox score early. They get the 2-run homer from Ortiz and 3 hits. And after 1/2 inning, it's Boston 2. The Yankees coming up on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. David Ortiz now leads this series in RBIs with 11, one more than Matsui. And his 3 home runs also lead the series. Ortiz has always hit well at Yankee Stadium. And the last year he hit multiple home runs in back-to-back games here in early July. So Derek Lowe has a 2-0 lead. His job now to keep the Yankees off the board in the last of the first inning. He'll face Jeter, A-Rod, and Sheffield. Derek threw 88 pitches, working with 2 days rest.
Derek seemed very relaxed before the game. We were sitting in the dugout. We were talking about Shaquille O'Neal and trying to post him up.
Here's the pitch, and it's inside. Ball 1. Jeter hops out of the way. I always worry, especially about Jeter in such a big game. He's 5 for 26 in this series with 4 RBIs, no homers, 244 in the postseason. The pitch. And here's a call, strike on a sinker in there. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 2 runs, 3 hits for the Red Sox in the top of the first inning. The pitch on its way, swung on a fly ball to center field. Damon there toward right center. He hauls it in for the out. Jeter is retired on a fly ball to the center field. It's time for the Best Guess Red Sox trivia question. Which Red Sox player hit a home run in Game 7 of the 1986 American League Championship Series to break open the game against the Angels? Ortiz hit a home run in Game 7 here last year, you recall. In the top of the 8th, gave the Red Sox at the time a 5-2 lead. Here's A-Rod, and he takes a breaking pitch that is low for ball 1.
His image got a little tarnished over the last 24 hours. Some of the people on a local radio station were calling him a punk.
So the Red Sox are not too happy with him. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. A weak swing at a curve down and away. A-Rod 8 for 27 in this series at 296 with 2 homers, 5 runs batted in. One of his last 11.
The guy that's supposed to be the best all-around player in the game doesn't need to go tomahawk chopping a ball out of somebody's glove.
1-1 pitch is driven into the upper deck, fouling out of play. Well, it wasn't premeditated.
Even his manager couldn't defend him.
That's right, and Joe Torre did just say the umpires got it right.
What he did was wrong, as Torre said.
I don't think it was premeditated because you don't know how the play is going to develop. And he's going to hit the ball, but it was certainly a mistake.
A poor decision on his part.
Very poor. 1-2. Ortiz has hit 5 regular season home runs here and now 3 in the postseason dating back to last year. The 1-2 is grounded to third, charged by Miller, glove, throws from the edge of the grass, out at first base. A-Rod did not hit that one very solidly. 2 men down, and now the batter is Gary Sheffield. Some of the New York papers were placing the burden on the Yankee hitters more than their relief pitchers.
I think there's a lot of truth in that.
Sheffield now one of his last 13, so he's still .385 in the series, 10 for 26 with a homer and 5 runs knocked in. Overall in the post, .318 with 2 homers. Lowe wants a new baseball. Important for Derek to retire the side quickly without too many pitches. He's thrown 7 in this inning. Brown threw 23 in the top of the first. Again, Derek threw 88 pitches at Fenway. The pitch is over the inside corner for a call strike, a breaking ball to Sheffield.
Just joining us, the Cardinals in 12 on a Jim Edmonds 2-run walk-off home run beat the Astros 6-4. They'll have a 7th game in the National League tomorrow night in St. Louis.
Sheffield takes the sinker low and away, 1-1. Jim Wakefield is in the bullpen already. So is Bronson Arroyo.
Astros got a run in the 9th to tie it at 4-4, and the Cardinals won it in 12.
The 1-0 1-1 pitch. Sheffield swings and misses at a slow breaking ball down and away.
Tony Lewis didn't look too happy with his closer, Jason Isringhausen, tonight.
He blew a save, and then he did get a win.
He hit the first batter of the ninth inning in the ribs with a pitch.
Sheffield may be over-swinging. He's very anxious. Bellhorn shaded up the middle behind second base. Veritek catching Millard first and Mark at second. Cabrera at short and Miller at third. They had Ramirez in left, Damon in center, and Nixon in right.
Lowe twice called Jason Veritek out to talk to him. Jason says, I got it. Just go back and pitch. Veritek is shaking his head.
He knows how to work with Derek Lowe. The 1-2 pitch. Little bit low and away.
I got a feeling they feel the Yankees might be stealing some signs. How they would get him here with nobody on is a mystery. But they think something's up.
Think George has his spies out?
No, not George. Don't go picking on George.
2-2 pitch. Low ball 3-2. George said he was worried after last night's game. I understand from some inside sources he was also very excited. In other words, angry. Well, the count full. Walker brings the tying run to the plate. Lowe delivers, and Sheffield takes call. Strike three. Got him on a breaking ball over the inside corner. Sheffield complaining to Randy Marsh. He thought it was high. Lowe gets the side in order. After 1, 2-0 Red Sox on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
We're not supposed to win tomorrow, but we're going to come in as good as we were down 3-0. This team is playing pretty good ball.
Johnny Damon talking about the Red Sox attitude entering this one. They lead 2-0 as we go to the second. Last inning Testo says Red Sox trivia question. Which Red Sox player hit a home run in Game 7 of the 1986 ALCS? The break opened the game against the Angels. The answer, Jim Rice, hit it off John Candelaria. Red Sox trivia brought to you by Hess and Hess Express, your one-stop express shop. Hess Express, check it out. Here's Trot Nixon, who homered at Fenway off Kevin Brown. With a long bomb into the grandstand. Trot had 3 hits and 3 at-bats this season, including Game 3 against Brown. Red Sox lead at 2-0. Veteran right-hander delivers, and Nixon takes it low and inside. Ball 1. Trot 5 for 24 in this series with a homer, 3 runs batted in. 7 for 32 at .219 overall in the postseason with 1 homer. The winner hosts Game 1 of the 2004 World Series on Saturday night. Brown rocks and the 1-0 pitch. Low and away with a hard sinker. Trot had 3 home runs in the LCS last year. So he's hit 4 against the Yankees over the last 2 seasons. Clubs have met 51 times over the last 2 years. The Red Sox have won 26. The Yankees have won 25. But the Yankees have the single biggest victory so far, Game 7 of the championship series in 03. Red Sox hope to match that here. The pitch. And it's over the inside corner, a waist-high fastball. 2-1 to Nixon. He'll be followed by Millar and then Miller. The 2-1 pitch. And that's low. Sinker after sinker. He hasn't thrown too many sliders. But he's been falling behind. Brown, who's from Macon, Georgia, in his 16th full year in the majors, part of 18 years in the majors. He's been a 20-game winner once. That was with the Rangers in '92. The 3-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball toward the middle. Jeter has it behind the bag. Throws to first for the out. He didn't hit it very hard. A 2-hopper. Nixon out 6-3. 1 down for Millar, who's 5 for 21 in this series with 2 RBIs overall. Hitting .258 in the postseason with 1 homer. Brown throws pitches from different angles. Disabled 11 times in his career. This year he's out with a bad back and parasite. He delivers to Millar, and Kevin takes it in there for a call strike, a waist-high fastball. Brown was the ERA champ of the National League in 2000 with the Dodgers. Last year, second in ERA. The 0-1 pitch. Low and outside, 1-1. Red Sox got 3 runs in the first. Damon single, stole second. And he singled to left center. Bill Swain sent Damon, who was out 7-6-2. Great relay by Jeter. There's a line drive base hit in the left center by Millar. He golfed one that was away about knee high and lines it to the left of second base. Williams gets it back. 4 hits off Brown. After the man he singled, the out at the plate to the Ortiz at the very first pitch he saw for a 2-run homer. The Red Sox are hitting some shots, and here comes Bill Miller. He was 6 for 26 with 1 RBI in this series.
Spent most of the year talking with Terry Francona about add-on runs. The Red Sox have the early lead. Now they like to add on. Catcher goes out to talk with Brown. And the plate umpire tries to hurry things along.
Miller's not had a home run in the postseason this year. He's overall at 263, 10 for 38 with a 1 RBI. No action yet in the Yankee bullpen. And he's 5 for 7 this year against Brown. 10 for 31 lifetime. Pitch. Low, ball 1. Some of the Yankee pitchers doing some stretching out there. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Clark holding Millar at first base. Cabrera, the next scheduled hitter. Brown at the belt, and his delivery. Low and inside, 2-0.
He's in no hurry out there, is he? You wonder if his back's bothering him as long as he's taking between pitches.
Now, that's a pretty good indication that something's bothering him physically.
Well, the Yankees stirring in the bullpen. The phone just rang. Let's see if El Duque will be the first one up, or is it going to be Javier Vasquez?
2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 3, short hop by Posada. Well, we heard 2 different versions on El Duque. He got up last night, didn't really warm up, just threw a little bit. There was one feeling that he would pitch tonight, and then we also heard that they didn't have much confidence that he'd be able to get that shoulder ready to pitch.
Looks like Vasquez is warming now for New York.
He relieved Brown at Fenway and got the win, although the Red Sox would score 4 times off him.
It is Vasquez warming for New York.
3-0 the count. And Miller will watch one carefully here. Brown is ready. The pitch. It's in there for a call strike. Waist-high fastball. Brown, as you know, broke his hand in early September punching a wall in frustration. Didn't pitch until he made a start at Fenway in late September and was shelled by the Red Sox. He's ready for the 3-1 delivery to Bill Miller. Long set, here it is. Inside, ball 4. Bill Miller earns a walk. Will take 10 seconds on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Jim Edmonds to the game-winning 2-run home run in the bottom of the 12th inning as the Cardinals forced to Game 7 in the NLCS with a 6-4 win over the Astros in Game 6 tonight. And details after the Sox and WEEI Boston.
Mel Stottlemyre heading to the mound very slowly to buy some time for Javier Vasquez in the Yankee bullpen. Orlando Cabrera will bat for the Red Sox, 10 for 27 at 370 in this series of 4 RBIs, 300 overall in the post without a home run and 7 runs batted in. We'll see how long the Yankees go down the line with Kevin Brown. Probably not very far.
I think if the manager has a hook tonight, it's got to be a very quick hook. Terry Francona alluded to such during our pregame visit. He said, first sign of trouble, you got to get that pitcher out of there.
Messina's still in the Yankee dugout, but the center of the bullpen, it will be because of an emergency. Of course, anything tonight qualifies.
In effect, this is game 9-1-1.
Both ways, yeah. So here is Cabrera. He was 0 for 2 against Brown at Fenway. Had a strikeout. 2 on, 1 out. Down to about 5 base runners already. The pitch. And it's in there for a call strike at the knees. He fell behind Nixon 3-1 in this inning. Got him on a weak ground to short. Gave up a line shot to Millar for a single to center, and then walked Miller on 5 pitches. Big gap in left center for Cabrera with Bernie Williams hit to the right center. Millar and Miller lead away. Brown deals. That's low with a hard sinker. Hasn't thrown many sliders, but he has not had good command of anything, really. The radar gun has it at 93 for the most part. Vasquez has made just 2 relief appearances in his career, 1 in Game 3 at Fenway. He's running hurriedly. The pitch. Swing and a miss.
That was his best sinker.
It was down and in. That's pretty nasty. So it is 1 and 2. There took a little walk. Now takes the practice swing. Sheffield pretty shallow and light. I think Cabrera looks bad on some pitches, as we mentioned last night, and we're saying it's that with a base hit. Rounds 1-2. Low. It's short hop by Posada. He saved Brown a couple of wild pitches here. Now it's on 17 pitches this inning, 40 so far in 1 1/3 innings. Barrett getting himself in the batter's box.
As we talked with Ellis Burks about, these players have to slow the game down. Can't try to do too much.
Here's the pitch. Low! Blocked by Posada. Round 3 and 2 now.
Saw Cabrera the other night take some wild swings. He's having a good approach here.
Johnny Damon to follow. Did they send the runners on 3 and 2?
I think
slow runners aboard.
I think you got to play conservative here. Stottlemyre's on the phone again to the bullpen to see if Vasquez is ready. Sometimes the starting pitcher takes a little longer to warm up. Vasquez only in the bullpen because of the postseason.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Orlando Cabrera. Millar at second, Miller at first, 1 out of the second. Here's the stretch, the payoff pitch, the runners hold, and it's grounded weakly up the third base side foul, grabbed near the bag by A-Rod. So they were not going. Brown walking very slowly around the mound, rubbing up baseball. He seemed to be breathing heavily in the first inning. This inning,
a little more calm.
Yeah, almost not necessarily lethargic, but moving very slow. So again, Cabrera takes a foothold and gets ready for the 3-2 pitch. Millar and Miller the base runners. 2-0 Boston in the second. Now Cabrera granted time, backs out. Brown back on top now, looking in. He comes to the set. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a hard grounder foul over by the Red Sox dugout, although he got jammed with it. So the count remains 3 and 2.
Add on runs. That's what the Red Sox need.
Remember, the Yankees have 61 come from behind wins this year.
Long way to go in this one.
Only in the second inning.
Put more pressure on them.
Yankees have never lost Game 6 and 7 at home except for 1926 in the World Series, where the Cardinals over Cleveland Alexander beat them in Game 6 and 7. Here's the 3-2 again, and he hit him.
Oh, did he? Yes, he did.
Hit him with a pitch up and in around the ribs. The bases are loaded. Here comes Johnny Damon. Goodbye, Kevin Brown. Joe Torre will go no further down the line. with Kevin Brown. So he'll want Javier Vasquez. The Red Sox with a chance to put up a crooked number here. Bases loaded and one out.
Let's hope he doesn't do the job that Mike Messina did 1 year ago as a starter coming in out of the bullpen.
This call to the bullpen brought to you by Verizon Wireless. As they move Kevin Brown, Verizon Wireless is working in places other guys simply don't, so don't wait. Stop by Verizon Wireless today or call 1-800-2-JOIN-IN. The pitching change. And the Red Sox leading at 2-0. Bases loaded, one out in the second inning, and Damon coming up. This game coming to you from New York on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Change the hit by pitch to a walk. Apparently Cabrera got out of the way, and it was ball 4. In either event, he took first base. And Kevin Brown gets an early shower. Watch out in the Yankee clubhouse. He walked very slowly off the mound, right down the tunnel into the clubhouse. As Javier Vasquez takes over, he came on to pitch in the third inning in Game 3 at Fenway Park and wound up with a win, although he didn't exactly dazzle. His 4 to third inning, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts for Javier Vasquez, who is 1-0 now in postseason. The Yankees got him from Montreal during the offseason. In this postseason, Javier Vasquez has been in 2 previous games. One started the divisional series. He did get a win against the Red Sox, so 1-0, an ERA of 8.68. And he's facing Johnny Damon, who opened the game with a single to left and was thrown out at the plate on Manny's base hit. Johnny against Vasquez, 2 for 14 this year, both hits home runs. Bases loaded, 2-0 Boston. Kevin Millar at third, Bill Miller at second, Orlando Cabrera at first. Vasquez to the set. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high drive to deep right. Back toward the corner it goes. Sheffield looking up. Grand slam. Johnny Damon with one swing of the bat has given the Red Sox 4 more runs. They lead it 6-0. Johnny Damon hits the first pitch. Javier Vasquez delivers into the right field seat. And Damon, who's had a frustrating series, makes up for it big time here. 6-0 Red Sox.
Well, Johnny Damon may be about to exercise some ghost right here. Look at that Red Sox bench. They have poured out on the field to greet Damon. And the Red Sox with an early 6-0 lead. Talk about add-on runs. How about 4 for the price of 1?
Johnny Damon with a grand slam. 6-0 Red Sox. Here comes Bellhorn. He takes it inside and low, ball 1. So Damon has 3 hits this year off Vasquez, and they're all home runs.
Close the book on Brown. It's an ugly book.
Charged with 5 runs. 6-0. The Red Sox lead. And last year the biggest margin was 4-0. The pitch is swung on and missed by Bellhorn last year in Game 7. No further action in the Yankee bullpen. Johnny Damon.
He wanted to warm up after 1 pitch.
Yeah, why not? There's no tomorrow for the loser. Bellhorn struck out his first time up. He takes it inside.
That's a little harsh. All of a sudden you're a tough grader now. 1 pitch. You threw the guy into the bus.
Yeah, but he let in 4 runs, 3 inherited runs. The 2-1 pitch is inside. That's the Red Sox second postseason grand slam. Troy O'Leary hit the first
in Cleveland.
Game 5. What a night that was. Johnny Damon's second postseason home run. He hit one against Oakland last year. The pitch to Bellhorn is outside. Let's see, Damon, as Bellhorn walks, Damon now with his first career post-Grand Slam. He has hit 4 Grand Slams in the regular season, so Bellhorn takes a walk. Red Sox want to keep piling it on here. Vasquez gave up a grand slam on the first pitch. Now it's walk Bellhorn, and here comes Manny, who would love to get his first RBI of the series right here. Manny single to left center his first time up.
Vasquez had gopher ball problems all season long with New York. He gave Damon a fastball that backed up over the inside half.
Vasquez delivers, and Manny takes it high, ball 1. They call that a strike. First strike called, 0-1. Manny is 4 for 7 this year against Vasquez. 4 for 13, make it. 4 for 13 against Vasquez with 2 homers. Bellhorn at first. Still 1 out. Low and away. 1-1 the count. Vasquez pitched well early and then ran into trouble. They say that he tended to tighten up in pressure situations.
This is about as pressure-filled a situation as you'll find in Game 7.
6-0 Red Sox in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. And it's a breaking ball inside. Manny almost ducks into it. Vasquez is 14-10 in the regular season, allowed 33 homers. 20 to left-hand batters, 13 to righties. You mentioned this is just the 3rd relief appearance of his career. He made one for Montreal in '98 and made the relief appearance in Game 3. Now this series, the 2-1 coming to Manny. Outside, 3-1.
And these pitchers are not getting squeezed. They're just missing. Randy Marsh is a very good balls and strike umpire behind the plate.
Round 1 in the 3rd innings. 5 runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 44 pitches. Bellhorn at first, the 3-1. Is a call strike, a borderline pitch on a sinker down and away. And he's continuing to be worked outside. Saw Johnny head to the batting cage tonight as we were standing in the hall. He had sort of a wry smile on his face. He looked pretty confident. 3-2 to Manny. Let's see if Bellhorn runs. Vasquez set. He goes. The pitch. Swinging a foul to the right, out of play.
44 pitches for Brown, 25 for strikes.
Very poor. He's on the hook. Yankee fans really let him hear it, too. Vasquez from Ponce, Puerto Rico. October 20th, 2004. Will it be a historic day for the Red Sox? October 20th would be the 73rd birthday of the late number 7, Mickey Mantle. Three and 2. Bellhorn ready to go. He goes. The pitch. Swing and a pop-up, shallow left center field. Jeter going backpedaling, still backpedaling, and he makes the catch. And he got jammed that time. 2 down, and here is Big Papi, David Ortiz, who hit the first pitch he saw from Kevin Brown into the right field seat in the first inning. And it was such a pick-me-up because on the previous play, Damon had been thrown out at the plate. 7-6-2, and a great relay by Jeter. David Ortiz with a walk-off against the Angels. With a walk-off earlier in this series. With a big home run in the Game 5 comeback, and then the winning hit in extra innings. Home run tonight. The pitch. Outside, ball 1. David 6 for 14 this year with a home run against Vasquez. Looks like that's some good numbers against him. Boston up 6-0 in the second. Got a long way to go. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a changeup. Way out front. David seems oblivious to pressure. I'm sure he feels it, but outwardly, he always seems so calm, always with a smile. Plus, of course, an umpire just called him out on the pitch. He didn't make it a strike. But he's very quiet, Ellis Burks was telling us, as a hitter. The pitch. Swing a ground ball off the pitcher's glove, deflected to the second baseman. Cairo has it and throws to first for the out that retires the side. But the Red Sox put up a perfect number. They get 4 after 1 1/2 innings in the Bronx. Boston 6. The Yankees nothing on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Last of the second, as you hear Derek Lowe's comments, he's on the mound. He got the side 1-2-3 in the second. The Red Sox enjoying the 6-0 lead. It's Matsui comes along. Being 400 in the series, outside ball one, but he just one of his last 12 and hit this in his last 8 at bats. 12 for 30 overall, 2 homers, 10 RBIs, and a record 8 extra base hits. He takes it low, ball 2. There it's low. The ball is behind Matsui here. David Ortiz now leads the series with 11 runs batted in and 3 homers. Damon now with 5 RBIs, 4 and 1 swing of the bat. The 2-0 pitch. Matsui hits the ground ball towards second base. Backhanded by Bellhorn to his right. Flips the first one out.
Pretty good job coming back from 2-0 to get Matsui on a weak little ground ball to second. Good sign that sinker is working for low.
Johnny Damon's only other Red Sox grand slam came April 21st of 2002 at Kansas City off Ryan Ricard.
Is that the doubleheader?
I think it was that Sunday doubleheader.
He had a big doubleheader, as I remember.
Right, they were booing him because he came up with Kansas City and left partly in a contract dispute, though he technically was traded to Oakland before he came to Boston. Here's Bernie Williams, who homered last night. He takes it inside and low, the all-time postseason leader with 22 homers and 78 RBIs, 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in this series with a .313 average, 3 homers, 12 RBIs, 300 in the postseason. Yankees have come from behind 61 times this year. Ground ball to short. Cabrera steps to his left. Has it. Throws to first to the out. Low has the sinker ball going. The Yankees came from behind, as we say, 61 times. Twice they came from behind to win after facing 6-run deficits, which they have tonight. 2 down for Posada. You wonder about the winds of fate last night when Posada hit that ball. Looked like it was going to be in the upper deck, and the wind knocked it back. He has not homered in the series, nor in the postseason. 292 in this series, 7 for 24. He's knocked in 2. Eric Lowe will go as long as he can.
I like what Lowe's doing. He has slowed the game down on his part. He made Posada step out here.
Well, sometimes Derek tends to rush.
Right.
Here's the pitch. And it swung on line hard and foul down the right field line as he was out in front of it. 0-1. 6 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. And the Yankees have not had a base runner yet.
We talked with Dave Wallace, the Red Sox pitching coach, in our extended pregame show. The ball pitchers who are fatigued a bit seem to be more effective.
The 0-1, 1-1. There are 2 schools of thought on that. Perfect throw, I think. He hit the umpire's leg as he went to throw it back and throw a grounder that went to the shortstop. 1-1. You don't want to be too fatigued because then you lose your location. But being a little bit tired might help. Pull the throw that way. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a pop foul, third base side, out of play. Again, no team in baseball history has ever lost the first 3 and come back to win even the next 3. And of course, no one's ever won a series after dropping the first 3. We are only in the second inning. Be low with a 1-2, little bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Derek, 2-4 in postseason play at Yankee Stadium. He's had some rough outings. His career ERA here is just over 6. 3-5 his record. The 2-2 pitch. Way outside. That one slipped out of his hand.
Hope we don't see any blister problems tonight.
Well, he's pitching with 2 days rest, but of course, he was a closer, used to working 2 out of 3 days. So he did throw 88 pitches in Sunday's game. Here's the 3-2. And he walked him. He missed down and in. Low upset with himself. Here's the first Yankee base runner. Posada takes a lot of pitches. Now Kenny Lofton inserted for Sierra. Lofton played early in the series. Was 2 for 7 with a home run off Wakefield and an RBI. He for 11 in the postseason. He has 83 postseason hits. He was postseason experience with the Indians and then the Braves. Last year was with the Giants, or 02 was with the Giants. He really bounced around. The pitch. There's a call strike, a waist-high fastball, 0-1 to the veteran Lofton. 6-0 Red Sox in the second. The 0-1 pitch. Swinging a weak ground ball out front. Varitek pounces on it. Has to hurry. Got it. Jason throws him out 2-3. He's so quick getting out of that catcher's box. And after 2, 6-0 Red Sox on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Out in the first inning tonight, David Ortiz hit a 2-run homer in the second inning. Johnny Damon hit a grand slam. The Red Sox have a 6-0 lead as we go to the third inning with Jerry Trupiano.
Thank you, Joe. And we were very concerned. There's still concern here. A long way to go in this one. And we've talked about the ability of the Yankees to come back. But we were concerned when the Red Sox lost a runner at the plate on the base hit by Manny Ramirez. Damon was thrown out at the plate after being sent home. But Red Sox have built up a 6-0 lead here as we go to the third. This is our New England Dodge Power Inning. Red Sox baseball brought to you by your friendly New England Dodge dealer. Dodge, grab life by the horns. Jason Varitek bounced out to the pitcher unassisted his first time. Facing a new pitcher, he faced Kevin Brown the first time. Here's Javier Vasquez. His pitch. Changeup is high, ball 1. Varitek is 8 for 24 in the series. 2 homers, 7 runs batted in. 6-0 Red Sox, top of the third.
Jason homered off Vasquez this season.
Next one to him. Fastball is high and away, ball 2. Varitek hitting left-handed. He's a switch hitter. The all-time leader in postseason home runs for the Red Sox, Jason Varitek with 9, including 3 in this postseason, 2 in this series. The 2-0 pitch. There's a pitch in for a called strike, 2-1. Randy Marsh is our plate umpire. Kevin Brown went the first inning in the third, charged with 5 runs on 4 hits. Gave up the 2-run homer to Ortiz. Vasquez gave up the grand slam to Damon, let 3 inherited runners score. A fastball wide, 3-1 to Varitek with Nixon to follow, and then Millar. Everybody bundled up as far as the players on a cool night in New York. A 3-1 pitch. Swing and a pop-up foul backing out of play. The Yankees took batting practice on the field. The Red Sox didn't take batting practice on the field. Some of the players went to the batting cage down near the Yankee clubhouse. But the Red Sox are the team in front, 6-0. The 3-2 pitch to Varitek. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a high fastball. Vasquez gets his first strikeout. With 1 away, the batter will be Nixon. He grounded to the shortstop Jeter his first time. The Yankees have Matsui in left, Williams in center, Sheffield in right. Third baseman is Rodriguez. Jeter the shortstop, Cairo at second, Clark at first, Posada catching Vasquez, the second New York pitcher of the ball game. Trot Nixon has 5 hits in this series. Here it comes. It's in there, a fastball for a called strike. Vasquez, 6'2", 200 pounds, 28-year-old right-hander from Puerto Rico. Red Sox tried to sign him in the offseason. Tried to get him, I should say, in a trade from Montreal. He went to New York. Pitches high, a ball and a strike.
Yankees parted with Nick Johnson, a guy they really like, but injury-prone, and he got hurt and missed most of the year with the Expos.
Funny how some players have that problem, can't seem to stay healthy. A ball and a strike. Nixon waits, pitches outside. This is a funny game. They traded Nick Johnson, and then they lose Giambi for a good portion of the season with his illnesses. He's not even on their postseason roster.
Now Olerud's hurt, though he tried it in pregame. Could be available later.
The 2-1 pitch to Nixon. Breaking ball is in for a called strike. A slow curve, 2-2. 6-0 Red Sox. 6 runs on 5 hits. A 2-run homer by Ortiz. A grand slam by Damon. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Red Sox would like to add to their 6-0 lead. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Foul tip to the catcher's mitt. High fastball. Nixon goes down swinging, so Vasquez, starting an inning clean, is able to strike out the first two batters.
Both on high riders.
Now Millar, who started that 4-run uprising in the second with a 1-out single to center. He was aboard when Damon hit the slam. Millar has 6 hits in this series, 3 of them doubles.
56,000 people. They're very quiet.
Pitch is inside corner for a called strike. On deck is Bill Miller, but there are 2 out. Outfield pretty much straight away. Second baseman Cairo cheats up the middle for Millar. Open stance from the right side. Pitch is up and away. A ball and a strike. Make it, a ball and a strike to count here. 6-0 Red Sox. Top of the third. Bases empty. 2 out. Here's the pitch. Millar takes a slow curve high. It's 2-1. National League Championship Series is squared at 3 games apiece after the Cardinals won in extra innings today 6-4 and a 2-run 12th inning home run by Jim Edmonds. Time granted the batter. Millar steps out. Roger Clemens will start Game 7 for Houston. We'll see who starts with St. Louis. Maybe Jason Marquis. The 2-1 pitch. Up and in with a breaking ball. 3-1.
Vasquez working a 3 days rest through 96 pitches in Game 3.
Let's see if we can find out for sure who's going to start for the Cardinals in Game 7. 3-1 the count. A hitter's count here for Millar. Vasquez ready. The pitch. Little splitter goes low, or a changeup. Misses low. Ball 4. A 2-out walk. Second walk issued by Vasquez to go with 2 strikeouts.
Good sign. The Red Sox have already worked 4 walks, and 2 resulted in instant runs on the Damon grand slam.
Here's Miller, who walked and scored on the Damon slam in the second. Miller, switch hitter, batting left-handed. He could launch one into that friendly porch out in right field, just 314 down the line. Swing and a miss at a changeup. Vasquez, a fastball. He tries to sink a slider, a changeup, and a curve. He throws 90 to 93. Usually has good control. He's in his first postseason ever. The Expos didn't make the postseason while he worked for the Expos. Major League Baseball has started the process of finding a new owner, a permanent owner for the Expos, who have moved to Washington. Fastball is inside, a ball and a strike. Millar is at first. 2 away. Millar given a 2-out walk. Red Sox 6, Yankees nothing. Top of the third. Vasquez in relief of the starter, Kevin Brown. Sets. Millar a lead. And the pitch. Popped up. Left field. Jeter racing out. Under it. The New York shortstop has it. Inning over. Miller pops to Jeter in shallow left. The walk is harmless. The Red Sox are stranded 2, and after 2.5. Red Sox 6, Yankees nothing on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
There is something to go out there and prove that, hey, this guy, he still can pitch. He struggled, but, coming off a game where they scored 17 runs and knowing the offense that they had and to, keep our team in the game. And, it's small little things like that, that you can take with you, and build on.
Very low, talking about getting the chance to pitch as Tony Clark skies one into left center field. Manny Ramirez under it, has it for the out. Clark now 3 for 20 in the series. Flies to Ramirez in left center, first pitch swinging. And now Miguel Cairo, the second baseman, the number 9 hitter, who's 7 for 23 in the series. It's time for the Saab drive through the playoffs. Well, here we are in Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. Red Sox with a 6-0 lead in the bottom of the third. In the National League, they'll go to a Game 7 tomorrow night after the Cardinals beat Houston 6-4 with a walk-off 2-run homer in the 12th by Jim Edmonds today. Pitches hit him. Cairo hit by a pitch for the 4th time in the series. Fastball running in. He showed bunt. He got hit in the arm. Cairo, who crowds the plate, gets hit for the 4th time in this series.
He turned his shoulder and took one for the team right there. Well, it'll be two former Red Sox pitchers to start Game 7. Jeff Suppan against Roger Clemens in the National League Championship Series.
Here comes the top of the order with Jerry Jeter. They're alive in New York. They're all excited. Our Saab drive through the playoffs. Saab, welcome to the state of independence. Jeter grounded into a few double plays this year. First time up tonight, he flied to center. Cairo lead at first with one down. The pitch. Fastball sinks low and away. Ball 1. Derek Lowe with a 6-0 lead in the last of the 3rd. Hit Cairo with a pitch after the first man was retired. Jeter, who's 5 for 27 in this series. Swings and shoots it. Foul down the left field line. That was close. Luis Sojo, the third base coach, looking to see where the ball kicked up dirt, and the ball was hammered down the left field line and just looked foul by a couple of inches as the third base umpire, Jim Joyce, danced a little jig to get out of the way and gave it the foul call. First thing first, you got to protect your body. Make the call later.
You got it right. Jeter with 19 double play grounders during the season. Lowe has thrown 29 pitches. The pitch count will be very important considering he's working on 2 days rest.
The scoreboard count very important. 6-0 Red Sox. Bottom of the 3rd. Runner at first, 1 out. They pinch the middle with Cabrera and Bellhorn at short and second. Jeter waits. Cairo lead held by Millar in the pitch. Fastball outside and low, 2-1. Don't want Lowe to hit a wild streak here. He's hit a batter, walked one. He's fanned the man. Has yet to give up the hit. 6-0 Red Sox. Runner at first, 1 out. Last of the 3rd. Derek Lowe, 72 and 59 for his career. Jeter is granted time. Lowe is 8 and 10 in his career against the Yankees, including a 2-3 record against them this year. Now the 2-1 pitch. Runner goes. Pitch is inside. The throw down is not in time. Stolen base, Cairo. That's one problem Lowe has. He can't hold base runners. He never checks Cairo. He gets his first steal of his postseason. The Yankees' second of this series. So a man in scoring position now, and the Yankees trying to mount a comeback here. They trail by 6.
Jacob threw from his knees, but had no chance.
The count is 3-1 on Jeter. Alex Rodriguez is next.
Cairo 11 of 14 in the regular season on stolen bases.
Red Sox 6, Yankees nothing. Jeter, he's driven in 8 runs in the postseason. Swings and hits it on the ground through the left side for a base hit. The runner waves home. The ball is booted by Manning. And a run scores. It's 6-1. No error. Jeter, an RBI single, rounded it through the left side between Miller and Cabrera. And the hit batter and the stolen base come back to haunt the Red Sox. It's 6-1. Yankee Stadium is alive. Jeter gets his 5th RBI of this series, his 9th of the postseason, gets his major league record 136th postseason hit, and it's 6-1. They stir in the Red Sox bullpen, and the Red Sox are going to get a pitcher ready. Short leash for these pitchers tonight. There is no tomorrow for somebody. Here's A-Rod.
Better pay more attention to Jeter than he did to Cairo.
The pitch. Low, ball 1. A-Rod grounded to third his first time. Red Sox will get a pitcher ready. It appears to be Myers. He's thinking about Matsui. 6-1 Red Sox. The Yankees have scored a run in the 3rd here. Only 1 out. Throw to first, runner back. Jeter. Jeter has 2 steals without being caught in the postseason. Mike Myers warming in the Red Sox pen. Well, this New York ball club, as Curtis Leskanic joins Myers in the bullpen, this New York ball club has the comeback ability. Fastball in for a called strike, 1-1. They had a Major League record, 61 come from behind wins in the regular season, 4 more here in the postseason.
And again, twice they overcame 6-run deficits.
Rodriguez waits. Here's the pitch, swing and a ground ball, third base side foul. Foul ball, 1-2. So Leskanic, a right-hander, Myers, a left-hander, warming up in the Red Sox pen. Red Sox are taking the crowd out of it, but New York has scored a run here, and we're right back making noise. Low set, throws the first, Jeter dives back. A-Rod has 3 homers and 8 RBIs in the postseason. 2 of those homers, 5 of the ribbies coming in this series. 6-1 Red Sox, a hit by Jeter, the first of the game for New York. Here it comes. Swing and a little chop back to the mount. A look at second. The throw is to first in time as Jeter moves to second. Alex Rodriguez is out 1-3. And that's the second out of the inning. A man in scoring position for Sheffield, who was called out on strikes his first time. Sheffield has 5 RBIs in this series, 7 for the postseason. 6-1 Boston. Sheffield is 8 for 18 with 2 homers against Derek Lowe. Pedro Martinez is taking his jacket off in the bullpen. He won't start warming yet, but he's in the pen. Game 7. Red Sox lead 6-1. Sheffield swings and hits it on the ground to third. Miller picks it. Throws across. Inning over. Yankees get only 1. Sheffield hit it hard on the ground. Good pick at third on a short hop by Bill Miller. Throws out Sheffield. First pitch swinging out 5-3. And after 3 innings, the Red Sox 6, the Yankees 1 on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Orlando Cabrera leads off the top of the 4th, 6-1 Red Sox. Javier Vasquez on for his second full inning of work. Cabrera drew a walk to load the bases in the second. That did it for Kevin Brown. In the first pitch, Vasquez threw to Damon. With the bases loaded, he hit out to right for a grand slam. Breaking ball in for a called strike to the Red Sox shortstop, who's 10 for 27 in this series with 4 runs batted in. Cabrera in the postseason for the first time ever facing his former Montreal teammate Vasquez. Pitch is popped up, foul back and out of play. It's 0-2 on Cabrera with Damon and Bellhorn to follow. Bob Montgomery, by qualifying for the 3-up, 3-down promotion, Rolling Rock wants to give you a $50 gift certificate to King's at 10 Scotia Street in Boston. Remember to grab a rock. Nobody on, nobody out. 4th inning just underway. 6-1 Red Sox, Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. Here's the pitch. Slider away. It's 1-2. The plate umpire is Randy Marsh. With 2 home runs tonight, the Red Sox have 8 in this series and 12 in the postseason. They hit 222 home runs during the regular campaign. A ball and 2 strikes. Cabrera waits. Vasquez pitches. Slider, low and away, 2-2. Johnny Damon to follow. He's had a good night with a single and a grand slam. Stolen base for Damon. Red Sox have 4 steals in this series, 7 in the postseason. A breezy night in New York and a 6-1 lead for the Red Sox. The winner goes to the World Series. The loser goes home to the winner. 2-2 pitch. Missing outside and low, 3-2. He got ahead of Cabrera 0-2. Now the count is full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Red Sox bullpen no longer working. The payoff pitch. High pop foul, drifting back and out of play. Sellout crowd here in New York.
Yankees overcame a 6-run deficit in the postseason once, Game 4 of the '96 World Series. That was the Jim Leyritz game where he hit the home run off Mark Rollers.
Full count to Cabrera. The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, he walked him. Second time tonight, Cabrera's walked. Third walk already for Vasquez, who usually has good control. So the Red Sox put their leadoff man on for the second time tonight. And the batter is Damon. He's had a single. He has stolen base, been thrown out at the plate after a Ramirez single in the first inning. Then Ortiz hit the 2-run homer. And then last time, Damon hit a grand slam. All 3 of his hits against this pitcher have been home runs. Here it comes. Swing and a drive, deep to right, way back, upper deck, home run, Johnny Damon. 8-1 Red Sox. Add on runs. Johnny Damon, first pitch swinging, upper tank, 2-run homer. 8-1 Red Sox. Damon's second home run of the night. Cabrera crosses the plate in front of him, and the Red Sox fans are up and cheering in New York. And Yankee fans have been stunned here. It's 8-1 Red Sox. Johnny Damon, his second home run of the night.
And his third postseason home run. What a time for Johnny to get the bat booming.
And that was a booming shot. Vasquez, who was gopher ball prone this year, gives up his second home run to Damon. Bellhorn takes it high, ball 1. He is struck out and walked. Damon with 2 homers. And he's driven in 6 tonight. Here it comes. Slider inside and low, ball 2 to Bellhorn. So the walk pays immediate dividends as Damon hits a 2-run homer. Red Sox fans are making noise. Pitch is high, ball 3-0.
Damon became the first Red Sox player to hit a grand slam in the league championship series.
Red Sox have hit 3 home runs tonight, 2 by Damon, 1 by Ortiz. Here's the pitch. Ball 4, he walked Bellhorn on 4 pitches, none of which were close. So that's the 4th walk for Vasquez, and the Yankees are going to have to get a pitcher ready. So the Yankees, who trail 8-1, nobody out here in the 4th. Damon has hit a 2-run homer. Here comes Mel Stottlemyre, and the Yankees will get a pitcher ready in the pen. So, with Stottlemyre going out to visit with Vasquez, who seemed to really be bothered by that second Damon home run as Esteban Loaiza starts to warm. Manny Ramirez has a hit tonight, 1 for 2, a single. He has scored a run. What great start for the Red Sox here, an 8-1 lead, giving Derek Lowe some comfort room, if you will. It's important that the Red Sox came right back after the Yankees scored in the 3rd and added on some runs here in the 4th.
Exactly, and wiped out, actually made up one in the process. Now a 7-run lead as Damon hit the fastballs from Vasquez and hit them hard. I believe he's the first Red Sox player to have a multiple home run game in the League Championship Series game.
Here's Manny, who's yet to drive in a run in this series. The Red Sox have an 8-1 lead tonight. They've out-hit the Yankees 6-1. Loaiza warming for New York. We're in the 4th. Bellhorn a lead, held by Clark. The pitch. In tight, ball 1. That's 5 straight out of the strike zone by Vasquez, who seemed to really be bothered by that Damon home run here.
Todd Walker, Mo Vaughn, John Valentin, and Troy O'Leary had 2 home run games in the divisional series.
Ramirez waits. Runner at first. Nobody out. 2 runs in. The pitch. Popped him up. On the infield. Rodriguez down. Makes the catch off the left side of the mound for the first out. Manning pops to Rodriguez, and here's David Ortiz, who had a 2-run homer in the first, grounded out 1-4-3 his last time.
And 3 Red Sox players have had multiple home run games in the World Series. Patsy Doherty, you remember him?
Yeah, how's Patsy?
October 1st of 2003 at the Huntington Fairgrounds against Pittsburgh when they were singing Tessie, as they are this year. Harry Hooper in 15, and Yaz hit 2 in 67 in one game.
Here's Ortiz. The pitch. Slider in the dirt, ball 1. Red Sox 8, the Yankees 1. We are in the 4th inning. Vasquez gave up 33 home runs this year over his 32 starts, 33 homers in 198 innings. The pitch, up and away, ball 2, 2-0. Loaiza warming for New York. 8-1 Red Sox. Leadoff walk to Cabrera. Damon a 2-run homer. Bellhorn walked. Manny popped out. Now Ortiz a 2-out count. The pitch. And a ground ball first base side pulled foul. 2 balls and a strike. Well, Red Sox have put themselves in the driver's seat in this game, but still a long way to go. I understand it made some people nervous when I counted down the outs in some earlier games, so I'll defer to the weak of heart and the superstitious. The 2-1 pitch. Changeup outside, 3-1. So Vasquez may be on a short leash here as Loaiza warms in the New York pen. We're only in the 4th. It's 8-1 Red Sox. Veritek on deck. Bellhorn a lead at first, held by Clark. The 3-1 pitch to Ortiz. Swing and a miss. So he was thinking one thing. See you later, baby. He was trying to jerk a fastball at it. He's by him, a pretty good heater that time at 90 miles an hour. Let's see. We'll watch Bellhorn at first, who takes his lead. 1 out here, a full count. Bellhorn goes. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. He walked him. 5 walks for Vasquez. Here comes Torrey. There goes Vasquez. Here comes Loaiza. Bellhorn to second on the walk to Ortiz.
He'll hear it from the crowd.
And we're going to see Esteban Loaiza, who gave up the walk-off hit the other night in the 14-inning game to David Ortiz, a single that won it.
The only hit he allowed.
Yeah, Vasquez here's the Boo Birds. We are in the top of the 4th, Game 7, American League Championship Series in New York. Red Sox leading 8-1. This game coming to you from Yankee Stadium in New York on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. The pitcher is Esteban Loaiza. Before we talk about him, we'll take 10 seconds for station identification on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Jim Edmonds to the game-winning 2-run home run in the bottom of the 12th inning as the Cardinals forced to Game 7 in the NLCS with a 6-4 win over the Astros in Game 6 tonight. And details after the Sox and WEEI Boston.
Esteban Loaiza makes his 3rd appearance of the playoffs. He's 0-1. The loss came in this series, an extra innings to the Red Sox. That was in Game 5.
Yankees thought so much of him, they left him out of their postseason media guide.
Trying to look him up. He's not in the postseason guide. Here's Veritek. 2 on, 1 out, 2 runs in, 8-1 Red Sox in the 4th. Veritek is grounded to first and struck out. Slider down and in, ball 1. This guy throws a fastball, a cut fastball, and a changeup. Loaiza was 10-7 overall this year. He started with the White Sox. He was 1-2 with New York. He was in 31 games, 10 with the Yankees. 6 of those were starts for New York, 27 starts for Chicago. There's a changeup for a called strike, 1-1. He made 31 appearances overall, 27 starts, 6 starts with New York, 21 with Chicago. Loaiza's from Mexico, now lives in Texas. Cutter is in for a called strike, 1-2. Bellhorn, who walked, is at second. Ortiz, given a walk, is at first. 1 out, 2 runs in, 8-1 Red Sox. They've hit 3 home runs, a 2-run homer by Ortiz, a grand slam by Damon, and a 2-run homer by Damon. This is the 3rd pitcher of the night for New York. It's been Brown, Vasquez, now Loaiza. The 1-2 pitch. Sinker goes low, 2-2. Loaiza on New Year's Eve will turn 33. He's a right-hander. On deck, Trot Nixon. Red Sox looking to add on to an 8-1 lead. Here it comes. Swing and a foul. Upper deck, left side, out of play. And the Yankees overcame that 6-run deficit against Atlanta. They beat Wohlers in the home run by Jim Leyritz. Leyritz is here tonight.
Works for MLB.com.
2-2 pitch. Changeup goes low, and it's 3-2.
He does a talk show. It wouldn't surprise those of us who've been around him.
We'll watch the runners. Bellhorn from second, Ortiz from first. They lead 1 out. They hold the 3-2 pitch. Hit on 1 hop off the second baseman into right field. Everybody is safe. That ball just ate up Cairo, and the bases are loaded. A hard sinking shot that skipped off the left side of the second baseman, Cairo, and the Red Sox have loaded the bases. We'll see how they score it. It was a 1 hop that went right off the left side of the body of the second baseman, Cairo. So Bellhorn to third, Ortiz to second, Varitek reaches. That is scored a hit.
It was really smashed. No, they didn't. They changed it.
And now they change it to an error. Here is Nixon with the bases loaded. Boy, he could really put this one out of sight right here, right now. Cutter is in for a called strike. He's grounded to short, and he's been a strikeout victim. They took the 7th hit down for the Red Sox and charged Cairo with an error, his first error of the postseason, first error of the game.
Tried that 1 career home run off Loaiza.
Bellhorn at third, Ortiz at second, Varitek at first. Pitch is swung on and missed. The Cutter, 0-2. Red Sox with the bases loaded, 1 out, 2 runs in. They lead it 8-1. Nothing in 2 on Trot Nixon, the pitch. Up high, off-speed pitch. It's 1-2. Red Sox have out-hit New York 6-1, lead 8-1. Bases loaded, 1 away. Red Sox going for the kill. Loaiza sets, checks the runners and pitches. Swing and a miss. He foul tipped it actually into the catcher's mitt, a strikeout. First strikeout for Loaiza, got him on a cutter. That's the 2nd out of the inning, and here's Millar. He has singled and walked. He has scored a run. Red Sox trying to take advantage of 2 walks and an error which have loaded the bases here. Millar standing in against Loaiza. Millar struck out the last time he faced Loaiza. Takes a fastball for a called strike. He's the 8th man to bat in the inning. Millar is 6 for 22 in the series with a couple of RBIs. A Red Sox runner on every base. Red Sox lead it 8-1. The pitch. Swing and a slow roller on a broken bat out to second. Cairo grabs it and throws. The inning is over. The Red Sox skip 2 and lead 3. We move to the bottom of the 4th. Red Sox 8, Yankees 1 on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Derek Lowe now has an 8-1 lead. Checked in the bottom of the 4th, courtesy of Johnny Damon, who's hit 2 home runs tonight, a grand slam and a 2-run homer. Both off Vasquez. And Ortiz hit a 2-run homer to start the scoring tonight. Vasquez, 2 innings, 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, 5 walks, 2 home runs. He let 3 inherited runners score as well. Here's Matsui to lead it off in the bottom of the 4th. It's 8-1 Red Sox. Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. A called strike to Matsui, who's grounded to second tonight. He's 12 for 31 in the series with 2 homers, 10 RBIs, 5 doubles, a triple. Lowe working quickly, delivers, and there's a little chop to the right side. Millar goes after it. The pitcher covers. Here's the toss. He is out. Lowe had to reach behind him for a poor feed from Millar, and the Red Sox get the out on Matsui, 3-1. That was almost trouble. You don't want these leadoff people to get on, and Lowe was able to get his right foot down on the bag and reach behind him for the toss by Millar, which was a poor feed to get the out on Matsui for the first out of the inning. It's that time of the day again. If you're like me and need something help to rejuvenate you right about now, so stop into Dunkin' Donuts. Try one of their delicious hot lattes available in original cinnamon, French vanilla, hazelnut, and the indulgent mocha or caramel swirl. Just what you need to keep you going throughout the day and bring yourself back. Price and participation may vary.
Johnny Damon's tied an LCS record for most RBIs in a game.
Bernie Williams shows bunt, takes a called strike. He grounded to short his first time.
6, Will Clark of the Giants in 89, and Aramis Ramirez of the Cubs last year against the Marlins.
8-1 Red Sox, bases empty, 1 out, bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Fastball inside corner, called strike, 0-2, Posada to follow.
It's the 12th Grand Slam in American League Championship Series history. The first was hit by a pitcher, Mike Cuellar of the Orioles, in 1970.
Williams is 10 for 33 in this series. He has 2 homers. He's driven in 9 in this American League Championship Series. The pitch. Slider in the dirt, or a cutter, 1-2.
There have been 3 home run games in the LCS. Bob Robertson of the Pirates in 71 against the Giants. George Brett of Kansas City in 78, and Adam Kennedy.
Adam Kennedy a couple of years ago for Anaheim.
There's 2 against Minnesota.
A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch to Williams. Fastball away. It's 2-2. Red Sox with an 8-1 lead. Chilly night here in New York. Red Sox are looking to dream the impossible dream too. Here it comes. Line drive, left field. Manny started back, comes in. He's there, has it for the out. Williams flies to left for the second out. 2 down, and here's Posada, who worked the walk his first time. The security around Fenway will be beefed up. There'll be a large police presence around Fenway so things don't get out of hand no matter how this game turns out.
We hope to have games there
starting Saturday night, either against Houston or against St. Louis, just as long as the Red Sox are playing. Posada takes a strike over the inside edge.
Talked to Brian Cashman before the game, the Yankees GM. He said this is not the biggest game the Yankees have played. Not as big, in his opinion, as Game 7 of the 0-1 World Series against Arizona.
The 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. Well, still a long way to go in this one, but this series turned completely 180 degrees after Game 3. The 1-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Appeal to third? Yes, says Jim Joyce, the third base umpire. A ball and 2 strikes. He got it right. Red Sox leading 8-1. Nobody on. 2 out. Bottom of the 4th. Posada digs in. Lowe looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball to first. Down on one knee, and Millard gets it. Feeds to the pitcher covering for the out. This game has 4 innings in the book. 4 have been put to bed. After 4, the Red Sox 8, the Yankees 1 on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, the Boston Red Sox have an 8-1 lead over the New York Yankees. They hope to be watching Game 7 of the National League Championship Series tomorrow night with a purpose. The Cardinals and the Houston Astros will meet in Game 7 after Jim Edmonds hit a walk-off 12th inning home run to give the Cardinals life, a 6-4 win over the Houston. Here's Bill Miller, who drove in a tying run in Game 4 with the Red Sox 3 outs away from elimination. There's a call strike. He drove home the pinch runner Dave Roberts with a shot up the middle against Mariano Rivera. Did the series turn right there? Well, it certainly did for the next 3 days. The pitch is swung on, grounded hard, right field, base hit. Clark, who has very limited range, started to his right and stumbled a little, and Bill Miller is now 1-for-2. Miller had walked and popped to short. He also scored. In the first 2 games of this series, the Red Sox drew just 1 walk combined. Tonight alone, they've received 7 walks from Yankee pitchers. And they've had 7 hits and 8 runs. Now Cabrera, who's walked twice and scored once. Ariza to the set. The pitch. Low and away, ball 1. If the Red Sox should win this ball game, in my opinion, they'd have to call it the biggest win in Red Sox history. And I know they won World Series in 1912, 15, 16, and 18, but there certainly wasn't the focus there is today. And they weren't playing the Yankees. The pitch is swung on and missed. And actually, in 1904, Red Sox clinched the pennant when Yankee pitcher Jack Chesborough, who won 41 games that year, a Western Mass native, threw a wild pitch, enabling the winning run to score. And there was no World Series that year because John McGraw, the Giants manager, wouldn't play the American League. Pitch. Check swing, ground ball, right side, grabbed by Cairo to his left, throws to first for the out. Same effect as a sacrifice as he punched it, and Cabrera is out 4-3. It hit a little bit harder. Would have been true. Cairo would go a long way to his left. It was a broken bat. Loaiza breaks a lot of bats with that cutter of his. So the man at second, Johnny Damon, getting a great hand. Johnny was 3 for 29 entering this game, and he's 3 for 3. Single to left, stole a base. Was thrown out at the plate. Hit a grand slam on the first pitch from Vasquez, and his next at bat, a 2-run homer on the first pitch from Vasquez, and he takes a call strike from Loaiza. 8-1, Boston on top. They love some more here. This Yankee lineup is potent. You know about their 61 comebacks. Loaiza's 0-1. Cutter inside, 1-1. Esteban Loaiza really frustrated the Yankees in that 22-0 loss to Cleveland. Some felt that he lacked effort or interest in that game. The 1-1. Swinging a ground ball, stabbed by Loaiza. Miller caught in the pickle. They throw it on to second. It hits Miller. He kicks it into right field. Miller to third. Damon to second. Everybody's safe. The Red Sox get a break. Bill Miller made a base running mistake. The ball was hit on one high, hard hop, and Loaiza stabbed it. And Miller was about a third of the way to third base. He put on the brakes. Loaiza made the throw as he tried to run him back, and then threw toward Jeter, and he made a bad throw on the move, and it literally was kicked by Bill Miller trying to get back as it hit off his leg and went into right field. So everybody's saved. That'll be a fielder's choice in an E1. Infield in for Bellhorn, who was struck out and walked twice. What a break for the Red Sox. And Damon heads up, took second base on the E1. Infield in, the pitch. It's low. Mark Bellhorn very good at getting home runners from third this year in this situation. 25 for 35. 0 for 2 in the postseason, though. He gets a big 3-run homer last night. Miller at third. Damon at second. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. And that'll be an E1. The Yankees with their second error. They got away with the first one.
If I'm dreaming, don't wake me up, okay?
It won't pinch you, not yet. Long way to go. Here's the 1-1. And it dips low and away, a sinking fastball. So Loiza made a good stab of the ball. Ended up making a very bad error, an ugly error. He was not under control. He started to run, and he threw on the move. His body was leaning towards third, and he threw back towards second and made a bad throw. The 2-1. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Bellhorn late on that one. Loiza led the league in strikeouts last year with the White Sox, had one more than Pedro. He's thinking strikeout here. Red Sox have had base runners in every inning. Down Vasquez and Loiza for the Yankees. Loiza with a long look in, now comes to the set, the right arm around of the pitch. Little bit outside, that could have been strike three, that was close. And the count has gone full. Loiza with a long look into Randy Marsh. So the count full. Loiza will try to come right after him here. Here it is. Swinging a high fly ball on the infield. And won't get the run home. Jeter backpedaling at the edge of the dirt grass for the outfield. Makes the catch for the out, still on the dirt surface. So Bellhorn does not get the runner home.
Here's an interesting situation for Joe Torre. Manny Ramirez yet without an RBI. That's like a bomb ticking, ready to go off. David Ortiz, who could be the MVP of the series, on deck, a base open. I guess they go with the righty-righty approach, I would think.
Well, let's see. Manny tonight, single to left. Damon thrown out at the plate. 7-6-2. Then he popped to short, and then he popped to third. Visit your Eastern New England Volvo retailers. Test drive the all-new V50 Sports Wagon. Volvo, the official car of the Red Sox. Runners at second and third with two men out in the fifth. Loiza delivers. Manny swings at the high ground ball. Grabbed by A-Rod to his left. Throws to first for the out. The Red Sox lead two men in scoring position. They were stranded seven after 4.5, 8-1 Yankees on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Last half of the fifth inning, the Red Sox lead at 8-1. They did have the bases loaded and one out and scored no more runs in the fourth, and they had second and third, one out in the fifth, and could not score. So, Derek Lowe back out there. He's pitched very well over the first four innings. Derek has allowed one run. He's thrown a total of 47 pitches. To 88 in Game 4. Here is Lofton. Grounded out 2-3 his first time up. Lowe's pitch. Strike called at the knees. 0-1. Worked him down and in. Red Sox 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Yankees 1 run, 1 hit. Did they change it? There's a ground ball bounce to short. Charged by Cabrera. Throws on the move. Got him. Goal. Cabrera so good at coming straight in on those slow bounding balls. He gets the out 6-3. Did they take an error away?
Yeah, Joe, on the ball hit by Veritek, greeting Loiza in the fourth. Take the error away from the second baseman and make that a hit for Veritek.
No run scored, so it didn't affect the earned runs. So the Yankees have one error. Red Sox one additional hit. So it's 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Boston. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error for the Yankees. Tony Clark flied to left his first time up, and he takes a slow curve for the strike over the outside edge. Red Sox got 2 in the first. There's a ground ball, hits weakly up the first base side. Millar has it, shuttles over to Lowe for the out. They're hitting some dribblers off the end of the bat.
Nasty
indication, yeah, but that ball is really dropping. 2 in the first on the Ortiz home run, 4 in the second on the Damon home run, 2 in the fourth on the next Damon home run.
10 of the outs thus far on ground balls.
So maybe that theory about a sinker baller being a little bit tired is part of the reason. Pedro Martinez sitting in the bullpen, sweatshirt on. He has not had a need to take it off yet and get warm. 2 down. Here comes Cairo, was hit by a pitch and scored the Yankees run in the fifth. He takes it inside ball one. He tried to turn his shoulder, get hit with that one. Select Energy presents Select Hits from Red Sox history. October 20th, 1975. Rain postpones Game 6 of the World Series for the third straight day. Select Energy, the energy choice for New England businesses. It's Lowe and away. A sinker missing, 2-0. And Varitek out to talk to Lowe. Derek Lowe, to get this far, has done extremely well. Only 2 days rest, remember. And especially when you consider how he finished the regular season, he was really struggling.
He has come back big for the Red Sox in this series. He came up with a good effort in that relief role in Game 3 of the divisional series, the clincher against Anaheim.
Getting a win, Low and away. So he's 3-0 to Cairo.
Don't want to let this guy get on.
Cairo's a pesky sort. It's been troublesome. The Red Sox had a big hit here in July 1st. The pitch. There's a call strike. He hit a gap shot that helped tie the game that Flaherty won. That was a game where Jeter dove into the stands on the pop-up. 3-1 pitch. Strike 2 called right in there. That was walk 1 and fan 1. That was Sheffield. Damon very shallow in center. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on a sinker down and away. Derek Lowe has allowed just 1 hit through 5 innings. After 5, 8-1 Red Sox on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
We go to the 6th inning. It's Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. The Red Sox lead it 8-1. They've out-hit New York 8-1. The Yankees have committed the game's only error. And David Ortiz, who started the scoring tonight with a 2-run homer in the first inning, will lead it off here. Red Sox jumped on the starter Kevin Brown for a pair of runs in the first on the Ortiz home run. Damon hit a grand slam in the second on Vasquez, who had placed Brown, who had loaded the bases. Ortiz takes the sinker low, ball 1 from Loaiza. And after Damon hit a 2-run homer off Vasquez in the fourth, Loaiza was brought on after a couple of walks. Loaiza yet to be charged with a run. Ortiz looks at a called strike. It's 1-1. National League Championship Series, the Cardinals in 12 on a walk-off home run by Jim Edmonds beat Houston 6-4. That series will see Game 7 played in St. Louis tomorrow night. Pitches up and away, 2 balls and a strike. Ortiz, Varitek, and Nixon in this inning for the Red Sox. It is the 6th. It's 8-1 Red Sox. Trying to get back to the World Series for the first time since 1986. Swing and a drive foul to the left and out of play gives us a chance to check out the Jeep Red Sox RBI leader report for the postseason. That would be David Ortiz with 15. Jason Varitek has 9. Johnny Damon with 7. Manny with 7. Orlando Cabrera with 7 in the postseason. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a drive foul to the left and out of play. It's still 2-2. The Jeep RBI leader report for the playoffs is brought to you by your local Jeep dealers. If it's not trail rated, it's not a Jeep 4x4. Ortiz leading it off in the 6th. Trying to get even more for the Red Sox. Well, a 7-run lead. Time granted the hitter by the plate umpire, Randy Marsh. Varitek to follow. Loaiza, the third New York pitcher, brings it in. Check swing on a changeup. Didn't go. It's low. Ball 3, 3-2. Red Sox have Pedro Martinez warming up in the bullpen. Derek Lowe has been outstanding tonight. Pedro warming up in the pen. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball back at first near the line, fielded by Clark. He takes it unassisted for the out. Ortiz retired, 3 unassisted. And here comes Varitek. He's 1 out of 3 with a single. So Pedro warming up for the Red Sox. Probably 1 more inning for Derek Lowe, who has really given the Red Sox what they need tonight.
Pedro's not warming in earnest yet.
Veritek, 1 for 3 tonight, has 9 hits in the series. Takes a slider or a cutter low, ball 1. Veritek, 2 home runs among his 9 hits in this series.
Loaiza threw 59 pitches the day before yesterday.
Here's the 1-0 to Veritek. Cutter down and in, ball 2, 2-0. Red Sox have been given 7 walks tonight, 3 have scored. And those 3 men who scored, Miller and Cabrera, the 2 guys who drew the 3 walks that scored, are the 8 and 9 hitters. The 2-0 pitch. Swinging a ground ball right side, fielded by Cairo. On to first for out number 2. Veritek retired, 4-3. That'll leave it up to Nixon, who's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts and a ground ball to short. The Yankees in the bottom of the 6th have the top of the order, Jeter, Rodriguez, and Sheffield. That'll be an important inning for Derek Lowe and the Red Sox, who lead 8-1, a 7-run cushion.
But that Yankee attack worries you.
Relentless. But the Red Sox pitchers have stymied them over the last few games. Here it comes. And a cutter is in for a called strike to Nixon. Trot's 5 for 27 in the series. The pitch. Change-up blown away, 1-1. If the Red Sox win this game and go to the World Series, and say they would play the Cardinals, they haven't played in that ballpark. This group of players, as the Red Sox have not played in that ballpark. Some of these guys have played in Houston in spring training, at the end of spring training, a couple of times back about 3 or 4 years ago. Hard hit on the ground, scooped up by Clark, races to the bag, inning over, 3 ground ball outs to the right side. Red Sox go in order for the first time tonight. After 5.5, the Red Sox 8, the Yankees 1 on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. As Derek Lowe takes the hill for the bottom of the 6th, the Yankees have the top of the order up. Pedro Martinez warming in earnest now in the Red Sox bullpen, alongside left-hander Mike Myers. It'll be Jeter, Rodriguez, and Sheffield for the Yankees in the 6th. Jeter has their only hit, an RBI single in the 3rd. That scored Cairo, who has been hit by a pitch and who had stolen a base. Derek Lowe, no matter what happens in this inning, has given the Red Sox 5 outstanding innings of baseball tonight. He has gotten them to the 5th, through the 5th, I should say, to the 6th inning with an 8-1 lead. Now it's Jeter, 1 for 2 tonight, 6 for 28 in the series. Red Sox 8, the Yankees 1. Jeter stands in, low ready. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, called strike. Nothing in 1 on Jeter. Rodriguez to follow. And then Sheffield, if anybody gets on, Matsui.
That was only the 58th pitch for Derek Lowe, so he averaged just over 11 pitches per inning over the first 5.
He was very relaxed, talking with him in the dugout before the game. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Charged by Cabrera. Gloves it. Throws. Close. Out first. 1 down. Jeter retired, 6 for 3, and it's that time of the day again. If you're like me and need something to help rejuvenate you, stop into Dunkin' Donuts. Try one of their delicious hot lattes, available in original cinnamon, French vanilla, hazelnut, and the indulgent mocha or caramel swirl. They're just what you need to keep you going throughout the day and bring yourself back. Price and participation may vary. Alex Rodriguez, 0 for 2, has grounded to 3rd and bounced to the mound. Red Sox 8, the Yankees 1. Martinez and Myers in the bullpen for the Red Sox. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A little cutter, nothing in 1. Rodriguez, 8 for 29 in the series, including 2 home runs, one of them off low. He's driven in 5 runs in the series. Game 7. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, a curveball, nothing in 2. He made Rodriguez look bad. Boy, you just love to see a strikeout here to see what the crowd reaction would be to Alex Rodriguez right about now.
He has 1 hit in his last 13 at-bats in this series.
Lowe gets ahead, nothing in 2. Time granted the hitter. Derek Lowe has been very composed out on the mound, very poised. He has responded for the Red Sox. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball outside and low, 1 and 2. Sheffield on deck. Luis Sojo coaching at third. Roy White coaching at first. Myers getting ready for Matsui should a couple of men get on. Pedro's warming, probably to work an inning, maybe two for the Red Sox. Lowe has the sign, the 1-2 pitch to Rodriguez. Swing and a ground ball to short. Cabrera has this one. On to first, 2 down in the 6th. Rodriguez out 6-3, and the Boo Birds are being heard in New York.
Now, one of his last 14, Sheffield, one of his last 15.
Sheffield tonight is struck out looking and bounced to third. Derek Lowe has stepped up big for the Red Sox tonight. He has given the Red Sox quality innings. One-hit baseball through 5 2/3, allowing only 1 run. Sheffield waits. Bases empty, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Curve, inside corner, called strike, 0-1. And Jason Varitek is masterfully calling a game behind the plate. Myers is ready in the bullpen. Pedro's still warming. Pitches a fastball up and away. It's 1-1.
I think a big factor that you touched on, the Derek Lowe just being so calm, so at ease in such a big game.
You wouldn't believe the conversation we had down in the dugout a couple of hours before the game.
Yeah, he was out there in uniform hours before anybody else.
Pitch is swung on and missed, a hard sinker, 1-2.
And he was just very relaxed. You don't usually see a starting pitcher out. Maybe Wakefield, because he goes out to the outfield to take fly balls. But normally the starting pitcher is left alone and gets there a little later and is very quiet to himself.
He had 1 shower shoe on and 1 baseball shoe on. The pitch, swing and a miss. He foul tipped it into the catcher's mitt. A strikeout. Lowe pumps his fist. The inning is over. Lowe gets his 3rd strikeout. He'll be greeted at the dugout with high fives all around. Through 6 full innings. Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. Red Sox 8, Yankees 1 on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Derek Lowe got hugs in the dugout, high fives in the dugout. We'll probably see Pedro Martinez for the 7th inning. Red Sox leading 8-1, Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. Here's Millar leading it off in the 7th. 1 out of 2 with a single plus a walk. He has scored a run. Loaiza, the 3rd New York pitcher, delivers. High ball 1. Loaiza has given up 2 hits. He has fanned 1, hasn't walked anybody, hasn't allowed a run. Red Sox got 5 off the starter Brown, who lasted an inning in the 3rd. Vasquez gave up 3 in 2 innings. Swing and a ball pulled foul into the seats off the left side. It's 1-1 on Millar. Millar, Miller, and Cabrera, bottom third of the order for the Red Sox. Derek Lowe was outstanding for the Red Sox tonight. He stepped up huge for the Red Sox. Millar waves at an off-speed pitch, a cutter, 1-2.
On 2 days rest, 67, make that 69 pitches, and he got 18 outs. Only 1 hit.
Pedro will pitch the 7th for the Red Sox, who lead 8-1. They'd like more. Here it comes. In there, a cutter for a called 3rd strike. 2nd strikeout for Loaiza. Hey, Sox fans, $10,000 to be given away at Lincoln Park during the Trick or Treat cash giveaway on Thursday, October 28th from 4 to 9 p.m. For more information, call 1-800-720-PARK. Here's Miller, 1 for 2 with a single plus a walk, has scored a run. Cutter down low, ball 1. Yankees have bullpen action going.
Brady is 1. And it's a right-hander as well, maybe Gordon.
Pedro's warm, ready to work the 7th. Cutter down low, 2-0 to count. The Red Sox have come into New York and scored 2 in the 1st, 4 in the 2nd, 2 in the 4th. The Yankees got a run in the 3rd. It's 8-1 Boston. The pitch. Swing and a little looper on 1 bounce past the second baseman into right field. A base hit. The Red Sox have their 9th hit.
Donald Trump is sitting to our left over here. What would he do with Kevin Brown?
You're fired. Meet me in the boardroom. You're fired. Here is Cabrera 0 for 1 plus 2 walks, has scored 2 runs. Hitting room through the right side as Clark holds Miller. Pitch is lined up the middle, a base hit. Stopping at second is Miller. That ball almost took Loaiza with it. So Cabrera lines a base hit into center field, and here comes Johnny Damon. He is 3 out of 4 tonight, a single, a stolen base, a grand slam, a 2-run homer. He reached on a fielder's choices last time. He's been on base all 4 times. 2 on with 1 out. The Red Sox would really like to add to an 8-1 lead in the 7th. Try to remove all doubt in this one. Red Sox now with 10 hits. Here comes Joe Torre. Pedro has his warm-up jacket on. Let's see if he comes in from the bullpen. Torre is coming out. He'll probably go to Heredia or Johnny Damon here, so Loaiza will be lifted. We are in the top of the 7th. The Red Sox in Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. No move has been made yet. Torre doing the talking to Loaiza. Normally Stottlemyre comes out for strategy talk. I think Torre's letting Heredia get a few more warm-up pitches. Now the plate umpire, Randy Marsh, says, "You're going to make a move?" Torre says, "What would you do?" Marsh says, "You're getting the big bucks from George. You tell me." So, let's see. The bullpen door is open. And now the signal, bring on the left-hander. So, in the top of the 7th, 2 on, 1 out. Red Sox lead the Yankees 8-1. Loaiza gets a nice hand from the crowd. He's done a good job out of their pen. We have a pitching change in this game coming to you from Yankee Stadium in New York on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Felix Heredia is brought on. Heredia is making his 3rd appearance of this series and his 4th of the playoffs. He has no record. He has pitched a total of 1 inning for the playoffs, has allowed 1 hit, 2 runs, has hit 2 men, struck out 1 batter. In this series, he has not allowed a run, so the damage was done by the Twins against him. And first man he'll face, Johnny Damon, with Miller at second, Cabrera at first, 1 out, top of the 7th, 8-1 Red Sox. Damon has singled, stolen a base, been thrown out at the plate on a hit by Manny Ramirez. Hit a grand slam off Vasquez, a 2-run homer off Vasquez, reached down the fielder's choice against Loaiza, now facing the left-hander Heredia. Johnny Damon with 6 RBIs tonight. Pitch is a fastball in there for a called strike. Heredia from the Dominican this year with New York. 47 appearances, a 1-1 record, all in relief. He was on the DL with a finger injury. Here it comes. And a breaking ball in the dirt, bounces off the plate, blocked by the catcher. It stays out in front. A ball and a strike. Runners don't advance, or try to advance anyway.
Damon 0 for 3 against him, and Heredia hit him with a pitch earlier this year.
Pedro Martinez apparently has come in from the bullpen. Looks like he'll work the bottom of the 7th. What will the score be? Right now it's 8-1 Red Sox. Damon would like to add to it. 2 on with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball back to the mound. Maybe a double play. A throw to second out. Jeter to first. Double play. So Heredia makes 3 pitches and gets a 1-6-3 inning-ending double play to end the inning. Let's pick up public address announcer. In just a moment, Bob Shepard. Is Pedro still out in the bullpen warming up? It takes them a long time.
Your attention, please.
It takes them a long time with Ronan Tynan singing "God Bless America" here. So Pedro will stay out there for a couple more warm-up tosses. Now Bob Shepard.
To the microphone behind home plate, and welcome world-renowned Irish tenor Ronan Tynan.
Pedro Martinez in his 3rd game of the postseason, his 4th game. He's 1-1 in his 3 starts. Pedro, his first relief appearance The appearance in the division series in '99 against Cleveland, Game 6. The pitch to Matsui is low, ball 1. Minkiewicz takes over at first base. Lowe was outstanding. 6 innings, 1 run. It was earned 1 hit. Pitch is high, ball 2. The Hoosier Daddy chant starts up. 3 strikeouts for Lowe, 1 walk. He hit a batter through 69 pitches. 8-1 Red Sox here in the bottom of the 7th. It'll be Matsui, Williams, and Posada. Here's the pitch to Matsui. Swing and a drive into right field. Deep, way back towards the corner. It one-hops the wall. Up with it is Nixon. The throw to second. Matsui slides with a double. So Pedro, as he did in the 8th inning last year here, gives up a double to Matsui, and the Yankee fans are charged up. Matsui lined one into the corner. His 6th double of this series, his 13th hit of the series. Just their 2nd hit of the night. Now Bernie Williams is grounded to short and slide to left. Pedro has given up a leadoff double in the 7th to Matsui. Bernie Williams, the all-time home run and RBI leader in postseason play, is batting left-handed. The pitch. Swing and a little chop foul on a fastball, 0-1. Pedro's first relief appearance since that game against Cleveland in the divisional series in '99. He pitched 6 innings of no-hit baseball.
And got the win. One of the most heroic performances you've ever seen. Last night certainly ranked right up there by Kurt Schilling.
Matsui, a leadoff double, is in scoring position. We're in the 7th. The pitch. Williams, a weak foul ball off his foot. Bounces out towards the pitcher, but it's a foul ball, 0-2. Fouled that one off the top of his foot. His front foot. Those taunts won't bother Pedro.
Maybe music to his ears.
Both bullpens are quiet for the moment. Nothing and 2 on Bernie Williams. We're in the 7th. 8-1 Red Sox. Game 7. Here's the pitch. Swing and a drive. Right center field deep. Back goes Damon. Looking up. Off the wall. Matsui will score. There goes Williams to second. It's 8-2. That might get the bullpen up for the Red Sox. Pedro's given up back-to-back doubles to Matsui and Williams. And here come the Yankees. He didn't miss a home run by much. He hit about halfway up on the wall in deep right center. Williams got his 77th RBI, the most ever in postseason play. The Red Sox stir in the bullpen.
You know the problem Pedro's had in early innings this year, 5 home runs by first batters and tough first innings. And Yankees have hit 2 rockets here.
13 RBIs this postseason for Williams, his 10th of this series. The Red Sox will go to work. Here's Posada. Nobody out, a run in. He takes the breaking ball for a called strike. The playoff series are always changing update brought to you by Fallon Community Health Plan. Life's always changing, and so are we. Here in Game 7, the Red Sox lead the Yankees 8-2. The Cardinals beat Houston 6-4 today in 12 innings. The ground ball to the right side. Minkiewicz gets it. Feeds Pedro, covering it first on the play. 1 down as Williams goes to third. The out is recorded 3-1. So Posada is retired. The batter will be Lofton. He's grounded out in front of the plate. The catcher threw him out. Varitek, and he's grounded to short. 0 for 2. Minkiewicz feeding Pedro for that 3-1 out. Infield will play it back with a runner at third. Kimlin warming for the Red Sox. Pedro rubs up the baseball. He's had trouble with Lofton in the past. Now instead of "Who's your daddy?" the crowd is chanting Pedro, Pedro. The pitch. Swing and a line drive base hit into center field. It's 8-3. Lofton rips a single. in a 2-run inning. It's 8-3 New York. Trailing here by 5 now. The Red Sox have the lead. Still only 1 out, and here comes Tony Clark. He's going to give way to John Olerud. So John Olerud will pinch hit for Clark.
He homered off Pedro here in game 2.
He is a double play candidate. So this one's not out of the woods yet. Eight to 3. Olerud takes a strike, a fastball. Olerud in this series, 2 for 11, a home run, 2 RBIs. He's 5 for 25 in the playoffs with a home run and 2 RBIs. Yankees had the most come from behind wins ever in a Major League season this year, 61, 4 more in the postseason. Changeup, low and away, a ball and a strike. Pedro would like the double play ball as Timlin warns. We're in the 7th, the Red Sox leading 8-3. Here it comes. Fouled back, a fastball. Fouled it back to the left, a little late on it, 1-2. Yankees have 3 hits in this inning. Lowe had allowed only 1 hit through the first 6. Olerud hitting for Clark, who was 0 for 2. The pitch, swing, and a liner foul to the left and out of play. There was some talk that Olerud would be in the starting lineup tonight, but he wasn't set to go at the start. Here he is in a pinch hitting role in the 7th inning.
Yesterday couldn't walk very far without crutches.
Off to the lead at first, held by Minkiewicz. Here's the pitch to Olerud. A number off the end of the bat, foul. He chased the pitch down and away and fought it off. Olerud, a former American League batting champion. More than 56,000 are here. The Yankee fans having something to cheer about as Pedro's given up a couple of runs in this first inning of relief. But the Red Sox lead by 5. It's 8-3. Don't want them to get any more in this inning. You have to go through the big guys again before this one's over. The runner goes. Here's the pitch. It's taken wide. Here's the throw. He is safe. Stolen base. Denny Lofton steals second. Veritek's throw is taken by Cabrera. The count is 2-2 on Olerud. Lofton gets his first steal of the postseason. The Yankees' second steal of the night. Cairo had one earlier. So, a hit would mean another run now. Veritek out to talk with Pedro. On deck is Cairo. Red Sox 8, Yankees 3, New York trying to stir up the ghost here in the 7th inning. Timlin ready in the bullpen. Checking the runner. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a fastball. That's the second out of the inning. Olerud goes down swinging. A 95-mile-an-hour fastball at that. It was up and away. The batter will be Cairo. He's been hit by a pitch, stolen a base, scored a run. He's been a strikeout victim. Facing Pedro for the first time tonight. Lofton at second. 2 down, 2 runs in. Got to get this guy. Here's the pitch. Check swing foul to the right, now to play, 0-1.
Cairo's been diving into pitches, trying to get hit tonight. Did get hit earlier by Lowe with a run.
That was a half-hearted swing he took. The pitch was in on him. Derek Lowe was brilliant. Pedro scuffling through this first inning of relief. Maybe his only inning of work. Tom Gordon warming up for New York. Time called. Veritek wanted Damon to go out and talk with Pedro. Eric Lowe threw 69 pitches, 44 for strikes. He went 6 innings, allowed 1 run. It was earned 1 hit, 3 strikes, a walk, hit a batter.
This would normally be Pedro's day to throw between starts. But he certainly got off to a slow start here, as he has more often than ever in the early innings of the season.
Here's the pitch. Fastball low. A ball and a strike. Cairo has 1 RBI this postseason. He is 7 for 24 in this series. Lofton, who is at second. He's driven in a run with a hit in this inning. They've scored 2. Here's the pitch. Curve swung on and missed. A good hook from Pedro. A ball and 2 strikes. That was a good deuce right there. Martinez trying to end it right here in the 7th. Push this game into the 8th with a 5-run Boston lead. Gordon will probably pitch the 8th for New York. Cairo waits. Pedro looks in. A ball and 2 strikes to count. Pedro taking a long time. Now time granted the hitter. Infield and outfield straight away. This is the number 9 hitter. Don't want him to reach Jeter, and the big guys are coming up next. 2 down. Here's the pitch. Swinging a drive into right field. Back goes Nixon. Has the room in the corner. Makes the catch. Inning over. Pedro gives up a pair of runs, strands a runner at second, and through 7 in New York, Game 7. Red Sox 8, Yankees 3 on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
8th inning, 8-3, the Red Sox lead it. Thomas Gordon, the new pitcher. He's pitched for the 6th time in 7 games in this series. Gordon has a 7.20 ERA, 4 runs, 7 hits in 5 innings. To move along, we'll check the Chevy scoreboard. Chevy and American Revolution, there's only one other score, and that was Game 6 of the National League Championship Series. Jim Edmonds hit a 2-run walk-off home run off Dan Masilli in the 12th inning to give the St. Louis Cardinals a 6-4 victory, tying that series at 3 apiece. Game 7 tomorrow night at St. Louis. Jeff Suppan for the Cardinals and Roger Clemens for Houston, 2 former Red Sox pitchers. All right, here is Mark Bellone, who struck out, walked twice, and popped to short. Red Sox have squandered some scoring opportunities in the last several innings. Here's the pitch, and it swung on a high fly ball down the right field line, shallow, near the foul pole, near the tarp, I should say, and it fades into the seats and out of play. Strike 1. Bellone has struck out, walked twice, and popped to short. Heredia faced one man, Johnny Damon, and got him on a double play. Brown gave up 5 runs. Vasquez 3 runs. Loaiza 3 innings, no runs, 4 hits, and 2 strikeouts. And Heredia 2/3 of an inning, no runs, no hits. The pitch to Bellhorn. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The Red Sox would love some add-on runs here. After the Yankees got 2 in the last of the 7th off Pedro Martinez, making his first relief appearance since Game 5 of the divisional series in '99. Gordon at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swinging a long drive to right, deep down the line, back by the pole. It hits the foul pole. Home run, Bellhorn. 9-3 Red Sox. Mark Bellhorn hit the foul pole. It would have been into the upper deck as he hits his 2nd home run in as many games. His 2nd of the series. He has 4 runs batted in, all on home runs.
Tell me where you've seen that before by a second baseman.
Todd Walker last year hit the pole. The umpire's got to run first and then reversed it, but that really helped after the Yankees scared us with a couple of runs in the 7th inning. 9-3 Red Sox. Here's Manny, still without an RBI in the series. Single to left center, popped to short, popped to third, and grounded to third. Flash Gordon gives up a bomb. He may be tired. The pitch. Swinging a high, towering pop foul off first. Olerud is near the stands and has the room, makes the catch right up against the photographer's barrier there. Manny is retired. So the Red Sox have 4 home runs tonight. Ortiz, a 2-run shot to get them going in the first. Then Damon, the grand slam in the second inning. Damon, a 2-run homer in the fourth, and now Bellhorn, a solo shot here in the eighth. One man out for David Ortiz, who had the 2-run homer to get the Red Sox started in the first. His third of the series. He leads all hitters with 11 RBIs. He grounded out 1-4-3, walked and grounded to first, so he's 1 for 3. Gordon to the set. He deals. Swing and a ground ball, foul to the backstop. Gordon gave up just 5 home runs in the regular season. But he gave up his second of this series. You remember Ortiz took him deep at Fenway. That was in the 8th inning of Game 5. 0-1 the count, the pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball down and away. Red Sox and the Yankees battling here in the 8th inning of Game 7. The Red Sox have led all the way. It's now 9-3 with Timlin loosening in the bullpen.
There's one of those add-on runs.
Ortiz had a home run in the 8th inning last year, Game 7. He swings, hits a fly ball at the end of the bat, shallow center. Bernie coming hard. Jeter out. Jeter with his back to the plate makes the catch. Oh, did he go a long way for that ball, about 30 feet out on the grass.
Good body control to make that catch, sort of leaning back, and he caught it above his head, not out in front of him. Good play. I tell you what, he is a winning ball player.
And he's going to lead off the 8th inning. Here comes Jason. Grounded to first, struck out, single off the second baseman's glove, and grounded to second, so he's 1 for 4. Looks like Timlin will pitch the last of the 8th. And we guess Volk for the 9th. Whatever the score. Base is empty. The pitch to Jason is a cutter in there for a call strike at the knees. 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Yankees. Gordon tried to get a fastball by Bellhorn, and Mark turned on it. The pitch to Jason in the dirt with a cutter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jeter, A-Rod, and Sheffield doing the last of the 8th. Red Sox had never beaten the Yankees in a game. It decided the pennant or a division on the final day. Swing and a miss at a high delivery. They played for the pennant in 1949, October 2nd. And the Yankees won 5-3. They played last year. You know what happened. In 78, that was for a divisional crown, not for the pennant, the pitch. Swing and a pop foul, third base side, out of play. They also determined a pennant winner on the final day of the 04 season. And the Boston Americans led the Highlanders by a game and a half going into a season-ending doubleheader, and the Red Sox took Game 1 of the twin bill to clinch the pennant on Jack Chesborough's wild pitch we mentioned earlier. The only other team to beat the Yankees in Game 6 and 7 in New York in a postseason series, the 1926 Cardinals. Grover Cleveland Alexander won Game 6 and then came out of the bullpen to strike out Tony Lazzeri in Game 7. The series ended with Babe Ruth being caught trying to steal second base. There's a fly ball to left field. Back goes Matsui, but he has the room in front of the track, hauls it in for the out. The Red Sox go 1-2-3 after the home run by Bellhorn. We go to the last half of the 8th inning. The Red Sox 9, the Yankees 3 on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Last half of the 8th inning. The Red Sox 9, the Yankees 3. And Mike Timlin replaces Pedro Martinez on the mound. Pedro struggled in 1 inning, 2 runs, 3 hits, and a strikeout. Timlin is pitching for the 5th time in this series. He was off yesterday, although he started to throw in the bullpen. Didn't really warm with a lot of intensity, so he felt it was more or less a day off. But he has pitched in 4 games, gone 4 innings, allowed 3 runs on 9 hits with 4 walks and just 1 strikeout. So that was a very big strikeout. He fanned A-Rod with a runner at third and 1 out in Game 5. And the Yankees are threatening to take a 3-run lead. They have Jeter, A-Rod, and Sheffield here in the 8th inning. Derek Lowe is brilliant. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 walk, a hit batsman, and 3 strikeouts in 6 innings. He threw 69 pitches. Smokey Reese takes over at second base in the 8th after Minkiewicz took over for Millar in the 7th at first base. Yankees with the top of the order due here against the veteran Mike Timlin, who once closed the World Series for the Toronto Blue Jays. Red Sox bullpen quiet at the moment. Derek Jeter hit a fly ball to center, ripped an RBI single to left, and grounded to short. Jeter takes a toe hold. Timlin waiting for him. With Miller in close at third. Timlin to the set. Here's the pitch. Low and away, ball 1. Timlin's been in many pressure-packed situations. And he get the Yankees in the 8th here. 6-run Boston lead. Here it comes. And it's low, ball 2. 4 walks in this series are out of character for Mike.
Being extra careful and maybe being too fine.
38-year-old veteran in his second year with the Red Sox comes to the set, and his pitch. Jeter takes ball low outside, 3-0. Yankee bullpen quiet for the moment. So is the Red Sox bullpen. Timlin deals, and it's in there for a call strike. Weston, you want the leadoff walk here.
I think I heard the attendance says 56,128. We'll double check it.
Damon shallow in center. Nixon still in right and pretty deep. The 3-1 pitch. It's a call strike at the knees. 3-2. Jeter trying to get on base any way he can. 56,129. Pretty good guess.
Somebody just walked in.
Mike Messina is still in the Yankee dugout. He's not going to the bullpen. 3-2 to Jeter. Timlin is ready. The payoff pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Hit to third. Near the line. Grabbed by Miller. Throws on the move. Picked Minkiewicz. He got him. What a play by Minkiewicz. He did a split and grabbed it on one hop. A great play at first base by the Red Sox defensive specialist. Oh, that could have been scary. 1 man out in the 8th inning. Giddy, remember, started the trouble in the 8th inning last year in Game 7 with a double. So, Timlin came back to get Jeter, and here's A-Rod. Been hearing some boos tonight. He's grounded to third, grounded to the pitcher, grounded to short. He's one of his last 14. Eric Lowe leading the cheers in the dugout, along with Ellis Burks. He's been such an influence on this Red Sox ball club. Still working out, too. Swinging every day. Getting treatment on his knee to pitch. Low and inside, ball 1. Mike Timlin has been very busy in the postseason, his 8th appearance overall. He's ready. Listen to the Red Sox fans chanting here. Low. No, he called it a strike. A late strike call by Marsh. 1-1. Jeff Field on deck. 9-11-0 for the Red Sox. 3 runs, 4 hits, an error for the Yankees. Mike Timlin at the belt, the pitch. A-Rod takes it low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Crowd standing here in the Bronx. Timlin delivers. It's low, so he's fallen behind 3-1, just as he did with Jeter. He's 3-0 to Jeter. Pitchers have been sinking, but that was out of the strike zone. Three and 1 to Alex Rodriguez. Timlin delivers. Swing and a miss. He worked him down and away. A-Rod asked, was it a strike? Randy Marsh said, yes, it was. So another 3-2 count. Yankees have won 10 of the 11 league championship series in which they played. Their only loss came to Kansas City in 1980. A-Rod pinwheels the bat. Timlin to the set. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. A-Rod fan. He is now one of his last 15. 0 for 4 tonight. 2 down in the 8th inning, and the batter, Gary Sheffield, who was struck out looking, grounded to third, and struck out again. He is one of his last 16 in this series. Program Director Jason Wolf, sit in your lucky seat. Where you were for the rallies in game 4 and 5. Get the ballpark, but that's beside the point. The pitch is low. Oh, he called it a strike. A late strike call again by Randy Marsh. 0-1. Took a long look and went up with a hand. So twice, Timlin's fallen behind and come back to retire Jeter and A-Rod. Timlin sets the 0-1. Little bit outside, and it is 1-1. Red Sox fans making some noise here, right behind the visiting dugout. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Timlin. And it's a check swing and a pitch up and in. He wins, says the first base umpire. Jeff Nelson said he swung 1-2 to Sheffield. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 men out. Timlin to the belt. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball to short. Big hop for Cabrera. Long throw across. In time. The Yankees go 1-2-3 in the 8th inning. After 8 full in Game 7 of the American League Championship Series, the Boston Red Sox 9, the New York Yankees 3 on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. 9th inning, the Red Sox lead the New York Yankees 9-3 in the 7th and deciding game of the American League Championship Series. Scott Nixon, the leadoff for the Red Sox, to be followed by Doug Mientkiewicz and Bill Miller. In the last of the 9th, the Yankees have Matsui, Williams, and Posada due. Yankees have 61 comeback wins this year. Twice they rallied from 6-run deficits. Their largest deficit tonight, though, 7 runs. They were down 8-1 after the top of the 4th inning. Trott is grounded to short, struck out twice, and grounded to first. 0 for 4. The pitch is outside corner. Call strike 1 to Randy Marsh, who has not had many walks behind the plate tonight. Derek Lowe with a brilliant performance. Is the pitcher of record on the plus side. Kevin Brown knocked out in the 2nd inning on the hook for this one. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul to the backstop. Very glum. Brian Cashman standing alone at the moment in the Yankee executive box to our left. Butch Steinbrenner is here, but he has not been spotted during the game. At least up here in the press box area where he normally sits. 0-2 to Trott. The pitch. Check swing, a fastball high and away. There is no action in either bullpen. Perhaps Terry Francona will have Mike Timlin start the 9th inning. We'll see. Still in the dugout with a warm-up jacket on. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trott makes it. Gordon to the belt. The pitch. Bouncing in there, 2-2. The Yankees have just about always won when it mattered in the huge games against the Red Sox, as you know. 1949. 2 days of the season they won. From the game behind to beat the Red Sox. 1978 in the playoff game. Other earlier season battles along the way. The pitch is inside, and of course last October, the Red Sox have set the stage here in the Bronx. Most of the night it's been a very quiet Yankee Stadium. A house that Ruth built is eerily still right now. Gordon is ready to pitch. Swing and a looping line drive into left, a base hit. The pitch was in on his hands. Scott fought it off and singles between third and short. So Nixon has the Red Sox 12 hits. Some of the Yankee faithful have left. Say between 25 and 30% of this crowd departing already. Here comes Minkiewicz. And no team in the history of Major League Baseball postseason play has ever fallen behind a series 3-0 and come back to win the series. Red Sox became the first team ever to win 3 after losing the first 3. Minkiewicz first at bat of the night, and he swings and drives one deep down the right field line, but foul. Into the lower deck, foul by about 50 feet as he turned on that one. Millar was 1 for 3. He had a single to start the second inning rally and also a walk. Doug Minkiewicz made a very good play on Jeter's ground ball and a low throw to get the first out of the 8th. 1 for 3 in the series. Mariano Rivera loosening for the Yankees. No holds barred tonight. Nobody's being saved. This is the end of the season for one of these teams. The other one moves on to the World Series against the Cardinals or the Houston Astros. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a foul to the backstop. 1986, the Red Sox last went to the World Series against the New York Mets. It was almost the Houston Astros, but the Mets won the 16-inning game. Game 6, the longest game in league championship history in terms of innings. Nothing into the count to Minkiewicz. Here's the pitch. Swing and a fly ball looped down the left field line and may drop near the line. Fair ball. Grabbed on a hop by Matsui. Nixon holds at second. And the Red Sox have 2 men on with nobody out. A bloop hit to left field. And Minkiewicz has his first hit of the game. And let's see, that might, what's going to bring out Stottlemyre. They're not going to go very long with Gordon here. Nixon at second base. He had to hold to make sure Matsui or Jeter could catch the ball. Now a meeting at the mound with Stottlemyre and the entire infield and the catcher Posada. Jerry Truppiano has gone down to the Red Sox clubhouse. And we hope to be hearing from him. Here's Miller coming up now as Rivera gets loose. Bill Miller tonight has walked, popped to short, and singled twice. Both times to right field. Yankees, well, not really looking bunt, although Wayrod did close at third. Or a little deep at first. The set. And the pitch. Swing and a fly ball to center field. Deep back goes Bernie, but he has the room. Nixon's tagging. Here's the catch toward left center. And Nixon tags and goes over to third. Minkiewicz tags and retreats. So, fly ball deep enough if it runners at first and third to bring up Cabrera, who has walked twice. Grounded to second and single to center. Again, Matsui, Bernie Williams, and Posada do in the 9th inning. So many MVP candidates in this series. Matsui looks like a shoo-in after the first 3 games, but you got to look at David Ortiz for the Red Sox. You got to look at Keith Polk for what he's done out of the bullpen. Kurt Schilling and Derek Lowe. Usually goes to somebody on the winning team, but not always. Cabrera with runners at first and third, trying to deliver here. He swings and misses. And a big cut at that one, strike one. Red Sox fans really pumped here, as I'm sure they are all over New England. Taking nothing for granted here. 9-3 Boston. Gordon to the set, the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball away. Thinking strikeout here to prevent Nixon from scoring. Yankees have had just 4 hits in this one. Johnny Damon has been the hitting star tonight on deck with 2 home runs, a grand slam, and a 2-run blast. 0-2 to Cabrera. Thomas Gordon is ready, and here's his pitch. Swing and a foul, fisted to the backstop on a high fastball. The Red Sox have won 10 pennants. The last one in 1986. Two to Cabrera. Thomas Gordon looks in. Comes to the set. The pitch. Swinging a foul. Poke to the right. Out of play into the upper deck. 0-2 remains the count. Red Sox got 2 runs in the first inning on the Ortiz 2-run homer. 4 runs. In the second on the Damon grand slam. 2 in the fourth on the Damon 2-run homer, and 1 in the eighth on the Bellhorn home run. All 9 runs scoring via the long ball. The Birds settle for a sacrifice fly here. The 0-2 pitch. High and outside with a riding fastball. Sox hoping to exercise some ghosts here, especially here in the house of Ruth built. Gordon looks in. He's ready. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a pop-up behind the plate. Foul ball. It's going to make the stand. That's just to the left of the screen. He was way out front on that one as it was a breaking ball, a very defensive swing, but he got it done. Think about the tough plays here in 99, the umpires called, and what happened last night. 2 umpires called really hurt the Red Sox in the 99 ALCS. Here last night, 2 umpires called in reverse. They wound up getting them right. Made a huge difference. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball center field. This will get the run home. Bernie Williams moves back and makes the catch. And here comes Dixon to score. It's 10-3 Boston. Dating back to 1987, the Red Sox have won over 70% of the games in which they did a sacrifice fly. Bill Ballou of the Worcester Telegram provided us with that stat, an interesting one that may or may not have a logical explanation. And here's Joe Torre heading for the mound, and he's going to call on Rivera to try to get the third out here in the 9th inning. So Gordon is charged with 2 runs, and he's responsible for Minkiewicz at first. Cabrera just knocked in his 8th run of the postseason and his 5th of this series. So with the Red Sox leading at 10-3, 2 out, runner at first here in the 9th inning, we have a pitching change in this game coming to you from New York, New York on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. So here is Mariano Rivera one more time. Joe Torre going to him here in the 9th inning. Whether this is symbolic or not, it's hard to say. It's a 7-run Red Sox lead. But he's bringing Rivera in here to face Johnny Damon after Gordon gave up his 2nd run. Mariano Rivera with 2 saves and 2 blown saves in this series. Games 4 and 5. Here's Johnny Damon. What a night for Damon, who'd been struggling so much. He singled, stole a bag, and was thrown out the plate in the first. Hit the grand slam off Vasquez to give the Red Sox a 6-0 lead in the second. Hit a 2-run homer off Vasquez in the fourth. Grounded into a force and then grounded into a double play. Scored 2. He's driven in 6, the tie league championship record for RBIs. The pitch. Swing and a foul to the left, out of play. This is the 6th Yankee pitcher, Mariano Rivera. Brown's on the hook. Lowe's game to win. Minkiewicz at first, not being held on. 10-7 Boston in the ninth. Somebody just threw a ball on the field and no pitch. Somebody threw a ball over by first base. Might be a plastic or a rubberized ball. And the umpire spotted it just as the pitch was being delivered. Damon saw it. He backed out. No pitch. Yankees said they probably would not have any more security here than they had last night. So far, they haven't needed it. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a foul to the left, out of play. Timlin will pitch the ninth. There's been no further action in the Red Sox bullpen. Red Sox have led all the way. Oh, that seems like ancient history, the 19-8 loss on Saturday night. Got a policeman poised behind the left field fence. The pitch is outside and high. So much has transpired since then. So many long games, extra innings, clutch performances, big pitches. Rivera delivers 1-2. Damon hits a ground ball. Stabbed by Rivera, leaping from the left of the mound. Throws to first for the out. We go to the last of the ninth inning. The Red Sox are 3 outs away from what for them would be history here in the Bronx. After 8.5, 10-3 Boston on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Red Sox Nation is poised. Red Sox 3 outs away. They lead 10-3 in the last of the ninth inning as Mike Timlin gets set to face Hideki Matsui, Bernie Williams, and Jorge Posada. Jerry Trupiano is in the Red Sox clubhouse awaiting what we hope will be one of the great moments that any of us have experienced. 3 outs to go, though, as Mike Timlin tries to get Matsui starting the last of the ninth. He is grounded to second, grounded to first, double to right and scored. Derek Lowe's game to win. Many of the Yankee fans have left the pitch. In there for a call strike, nothing in one. I'd say about 40% of the crowd has departed here tonight. We had 56,129. You hear the chant of "Let's go Red Sox," most of them coming from behind the third base dugout. Timlin sets. The pitch to Matsui is low and outside. Yankee executive box is unoccupied, except for Bill Burgess, the retired general manager, sitting in the back row. The 1-1 pitch. It's up and in, and it is 2-1 to Matsui. Derek Jeter with one knee on the top step of the dugout, intently watching the action. Some of the Red Sox are up by the railing on the third base side. Timlin sets the pitch. Swing and a line drive deep to right toward the corner. It hits on the grass and one hops the wall. Nixon grabs the carom. Matsui holds with a single as Nixon played it quickly. Hard hit ball for Matsui, who now has 14 hits in the series, 14 for 34. And the Red Sox bullpen is busy with Bronson Arroyo up. Here is Bernie Williams, the all-time hits leader in the ALCS. Rounded his short, slide to left, and doubled off the wall in right center. Timlin sets the pitch. Inside, ball one. Posada next, and then it would be lofted. Red Sox have led all the way. In the first inning, Damon was thrown out at the plate on a hit by Manny, but Ortiz hit the very next pitch for a 2-run homer, and that really gave the Red Sox the spark. Some object, another ball, looks like a tennis ball perhaps, flying out of the stands down the left field line. Left field umpire Jeff Kellogg takes care of it. Crowd standing here. Red Sox fans anxiously anticipating. Timlin sets. Here's his pitch. And the sinker is low. 2-0. Embry up on his feet now in the bullpen as well, though he's not yet started to warm. Mike Timlin, the 38-year-old right-hander from Midland, Texas, delivers, and it's over the outside corner for a call strike. Mike fell behind Jeter. 3-1 got him. Fell behind A-Rod, got him. And then retired Sheffield on a ground ball. So he with the first hit off him. Minkiewicz playing behind the runner. Here's the pitch. Low and outside. 3-1 the count. Bernie steps out. He'll be watching the pitch here. 3 balls and 1 strike. Timlin at the belt delivers, and it's over the inside corner. A call strike, 3-2. Red Sox last pennant was in 1986. They had to go 7 games and come from behind to beat the Angels after trailing 3-1. They won the last 3. If they win it this year, they would make history with one of the great comebacks in sports history, down 3-0. It's only happened twice in major sports. 1942 Toronto Maple Leafs of the National Hockey League and the 1975 New York Islanders of the National Hockey League. The 3-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball right side. Pokey has it. Throws to second out. No chance for 2. Pokey so smooth going to his left. Got a big hop. It came up for him, and he made a long throw to get the 4-6 force. 1 out in the 9th inning, and here is Jorge Posada. When you say Jorge Posada, you think of that blue pitch that he hit last year in the 8th inning. Wonder what might have been the case at Pokey Respin at second base that night. That was the big hit that tied the game last year. Now, he's up there with a 7-run deficit. The pitch. Swinging a pop-up on the infield around the mound. Cabrera is calling on the grass near second base. Makes the catch. 2 men out of the 9th inning. 2 down in the 9th. The Red Sox are 1 out away. Kenny Lofton, the batter. The Yankees' last hope. These Red Sox fans are ready to explode. Two out. Lofton at the plate. Mike Timlin. His 38-year-old right-hander sets. The runner takes off. The pitch is taken high. No steal. Defensive indifference as Bernie Williams moves to second. Let's face it, the Red Sox have never beaten the Yankees when it really mattered. But they're on the verge of one of the great upsets in sports history, an upset because of the way this series started, with the Yankees winning the first 3 games. 1 ball, no strikes to Lofton. Timlin is ready. He sets the pitch outside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. The count to Kenny Lofton. The Red Sox in their dugout poise, standing on the top step. Kenny Lofton in the batter's box with a 2-0 count. Here's the pitch, and the fastball is high and away, 3-0. Gary Trupiano is in the Red Sox clubhouse, and we hope to be hearing from him very shortly. Mike Timlin to the set. Here's the pitch. Outside, he walked him on 4 pitches. So, there are 2 men on with 2 men out. And here is John Olerud. And Terry Francona is coming to the mound here. He's had Embry ready. As Embry continues to loosen, I'm sure Timlin would love to get the last out here, but let's see, he's already made the move. He wants Alan Embry, so we will keep it right here. So history will have to wait at least a little bit longer. Timlin getting a great hand as he battled tonight. Got the side in order in the 8th after falling behind the first 2 hitters who had 3-ball counts. Mike goes an inning and 2/3, and Alan Embry, who pitched so often for the Red Sox this year, is coming on to try to get the last out here. We'll take a 10-second break on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cardinals forced to Game 7 in the NLCS with an extra innings win over the Astros, 6-4 in Game 6. Details and all your phone calls after the Red Sox all night long on WEEI Boston.
Alan Embry pitching for the 6th time in this series. Been in the World Series with the Indians. He's in a situation here where he can record the last out. He will face Ruben Sierra, who's going to hit for Olerud. Ruben Sierra will be the pinch hitter here. The Red Sox lead at 10-3. They've led the entire way. They took the lead in the first inning when David Ortiz hit the 2-run homer. Damon hit a grand slam in the second on the first pitch thrown by the reliever Javier Vasquez after Kevin Brown was knocked out. Damon hit another 2-run homer on the first pitch he saw from Vasquez in the 4th inning, and Bellhorn homered in the 8th. The Bears sacrifice fly made it 10-3. 2 on, 2 out in the 9th inning as Alan Embry tries to close the door on the New York Yankees. The Yankees won the first 3 games of the series, and after that third game, a 19-8 defeat, it really looked like the end of the line because no team had ever rallied to win 3, let alone 4 straight. But the Red Sox are 1 out away from doing that right here on the brink of history. The Red Sox had 7 win streak of 4 games during the season, and 1 more here would be monumental. The Red Sox trying to become the 2nd team to beat the New York Yankees in Games 6 and 7 in New York in a postseason series. The first since the 1926 Cardinals of Grover Cleveland Alexander fame. It's still more notoriety in the movie starring Ronald Reagan, the winning team. All right, here is Sierra. Started the last 3 games at the DH spot. He's batting right-handed against Embry. 2 on, 2 out. In the 9th inning, 10-3, the Red Sox lead it. Most of the Red Sox on the top step of the dugout. Embry from the belt delivers. Low and inside, ball 1. Most of the Yankees seated on the dugout bench, including Joe Torre. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The Yankees have lost just 1 league championship series in their first 11. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a ground ball to second base. Pokey Reese has it. He throws to first, and the Red Sox have won the American League pennant. They mob Alan Embry on the mound. The Boston Red Sox have pulled the greatest victory in team history. In the 104 years of the Boston Red Sox, this is the most important of them all, as the Red Sox have won the pennant, beating the New York Yankees, their arch rivals, in 7 games. They lost the first 3 games of the series and became the first team ever to win the next 4 and the championship. Move over, babe. The Red Sox are American League champions. They're on the field mobbing each other by the pitcher's mound as the Yankees walk slowly toward the clubhouse. An amazing comeback story here in the Bronx. The Red Sox down 3-0, won some long and extra inning ball games at Fenway Park, and then came here. Won a grinder last night with the tying runs on base, and tonight exploded early and rolled to a 10-3 win over the Yankees. And they're all out there by the pitcher's mound. They'll soon be moving into the clubhouse. The Red Sox fans here won't leave. They are celebrating behind the Red Sox dugout as the Boston Red Sox have won their 11th pennant. And for the first time when it really mattered, they have defeated the New York Yankees in a series that determined a championship. Gary Chupiano is down in the clubhouse. Chup, the champagne is probably all set to go.
Joe, they're popping the corks right now. The stage is set up for the presentation of the MVP award and the American League Championship Trophy. The American League Championship Trophy could go to the Red Sox. We'll soon find out who the MVP of this series is. The Red Sox have yet to make it into this clubhouse, but the plastic is up. The champagne is being uncorked. The celebration will soon move indoors. And I imagine the celebration in Boston is going to go on for a few hours.
Players hugging each other on the field, hugging the manager out there, Mike Timlin. They have the American League pennant caps on already, some of them do. Johnny Damon with the 2 home runs. Mike Timlin saluting the crowd and the Red Sox fans behind the dugout. They're all around the mound. David Ortiz, who may be the MVP, we'll find out shortly. John Henry getting congratulated in the stands along with other members of the ownership group. And Curtis Liskanek holding his hands up high, looking at the fans in the bleachers, and the Yankee fans just stunned as the Red Sox have beaten the New York Yankees by winning 4 straight, as they have exercised some ghosts here in the house of Groupville. Well, maybe the babe's coming back to his true roots. Red Sox Nation, where it all began for the babe as a professional. Now the Red Sox are the champs. They have toppled the empire. Red Sox Nation prevails here in the Bronx tonight. And the Red Sox are still hugging one another out by the mound. Now they're moving toward the dugout where the celebration will continue. So far it's been an orderly celebration out there with police ringing the field on both sides, and now they're moving to the dugout, and the fans are going wild. They're throwing caps, the Red Sox players are, and souvenirs to the crowd, high-fiving people. Pedro with his two-handed salute to the crowd, and Trot Nixon looking in the stands, perhaps for his wife Catherine, family and friends, as the Red Sox know there's one more step to go, and a very big one at that, but plenty of time to celebrate now. That begins on Saturday night. The World Series returns to Boston for the first time since 1986. They're wearing those American League Championship caps. David Ortiz just threw his Red Sox cap high into the air to fans behind the third base dugout. Let's go back to the clubhouse and Jerry Trupiano.
Joe, we have Pokey Reese with us from the American League champion Boston Red Sox. How's that sound?
That sounds great. We never gave up. Everybody did a great job this season. It's not over yet, but we made history.
You a little excited?
Excited as hell. I'm trying to celebrate.
All right, the celebration is going on here. Jim Rowe, Red Sox trainer, who the guys and the staff did a great job putting together Kurt Schilling, getting him out on the mound, and they're all here. Here's Mark Bellhorn. Mark Bellhorn is here. Congratulations, Mark. And we're on the air live back to New England, the Red Sox radio network. How does it feel?
Unbelievable. It's undescribable. Just a great feeling the way the team came back and stuck with each other, and we pulled through.
How did the first few innings unfold for you guys? You get those early runs, you jump on them early, take the crowd out of it. That had to play big tonight.
Oh, it's huge. That's what I was thinking. I was kind of on the way to the ballpark. Whichever team kind of jumped out first, and we jumped out. First couple innings, huge, and that game was just unbelievable. Two big, huge hits, and it was great from there.
David Ortiz comes up. Who else? But in the first inning, we missed that scoring chance we saw from the Red Sox, and Ortiz picked you guys up right away.
Been doing it all year. We all jumped on his back. 2 extra inning wins we had in Boston. He knows he can do it, and we've been just riding him all year, and it's unbelievable.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mark Bellhorn, a big part of it this year with the Red Sox, and the celebration is unfolding here. Let me see if Orlando Cabrera. Orlando. Hey, you're always going to grab some champagne. The champagne's starting to fly. I will talk to you. Come here. Well, how about this, huh?
Unbelievable. This is great. We got faith from the beginning when we were down 3 games. But we got the heart, the people here play with heart, and we know we can do it, and we can, to New York and just beat them twice.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Joe, back up to you.
Pedro Martinez was jumping up and down, literally, by the railing near the Red Sox dugout, saluting the crowd and really enjoying it, and he has since gone into the dugout. Some of the players still out in the field. Mike Timlin being interviewed. Trot Nixon's out by the pitcher's mound. Trot is heading toward the outfield. Trot's going down to the outfield. He's running out toward center field. He's running out toward right center field now. And let's go back to Troop.
All right, Joe, we got David Ortiz with us. David. Oh, David just got sprayed. David Ortiz. Holy smokes, huh?
Oh, my God, bro. This is what this thing is all about. Keep playing, keep the faith, and keep it real.
All right. And picking one another up. When the Red Sox missed the scoring chance in the first, you came up with a big hit.
Son of a bitch.
Well, it's out of control, as you can understand. Pedro's there. Let me see if I can grab a word with Pedro, if I can get my eyesight back. Pedro. Hey, Pedro. He's dancing right now with David Ortiz. Pedro, congratulations. How about this club this year?
Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable.
This team never had any quit in it, did it?
No, we went out there every time thinking that we were going to put up a fight against anybody, and we finally did it.
This series went this full 7 games. Do you realize what history you guys have made? This has never been done in baseball before.
Well, it's done now, and we're very proud of it.
And nobody should ever question the heart of this club, should they?
No, they shouldn't. They shouldn't subestimate any of us.
Congratulations, Pedro Martinez. They're getting in position now, and we'll keep it down here. They're going to make the presentation of the American League Championship Trophy. Tom Werner and John Henry and Larry Lucchino are up on the stage, along with Jackie Autry, the honorary president of the American League, and very shortly they'll be awarding the American League Championship Trophy, and then the announcement will be made of the most valuable player of the American League Championship Series. And I think you could take a pretty good guess as to who that's going to be, and that announcement will be made very shortly. They're getting everybody in position, so very shortly as they try to get things gathered here. And let's throw it to the stage where the presentation of the trophies will be made.
John Henry, Tom Werner, and the honorary president of the American League, Mrs. Jackie Autry.
Well, gentlemen, this is one of the most exciting American League Championship Series that I've ever participated in, and I congratulate you and your team. All of the country is very proud of what your team has accomplished, and I'm very proud to present to you, on behalf of the Commissioner of Baseball, the William Herridge American League Championship Trophy. Congratulations to both of you. So be careful.
John Henry, Tom Werner, down 0-3, 1 inning away from getting swept. In your wildest dreams, could you have imagined being up here on this podium tonight?
The greatest comeback in baseball history. You know, you couldn't have done this, to come back this way, 3-0, to win in 12 innings, to win in 14 innings, to come into the Yankee Stadium and win 2. How could you possibly do this if you didn't have the greatest fans? We sold out every ticket this year at Fenway. We have the greatest fans, and this is one hell of a baseball team. It's for you, New England. This weekend in Boston, we're bringing a World Series, and we're bringing this home tonight to Logan.
There's been a lot of heartache in Boston in the last couple of decades, but I think this is such a sweet victory. This makes up for it. And on behalf of all the fans of Red Sox Nation everywhere, who never lost faith in this team, what a historic achievement, and to do it in Yankee Stadium is very sweet.
Team President Larry Lucchino, you conquered the evil empire.
Well, all empires fall sooner or later, but this is a very good team, and we have a lot of respect for the Yankees and what they've done. But this is a happy moment, proud moment for Red Sox Nation. From New England to California to Dominican Republic, wherever they are, they're very proud tonight, and they should be.
What was going through your mind when the final out was recorded?
Well, I was just wondering how we were going to get from where we were down here, but John Henry made the comment that everyone in America thought we were safe with this.
Sorry, that's way
See you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
General Manager Theo Epstein, as you celebrate with Tom Werner. Theo, Theo Epstein, one of your major acquisitions last season, you brought in David Ortiz. An unbelievable series for David.
David stepped up all season long. You know, he was a guy that we love to have up in clutch situations, and this series was no different. You know, he raised his level of play, carried us.
You grew up in Boston, huge Red Sox fan. What's going through your mind right now?
I'm just thinking of all those great Red Sox teams that never quite could beat the Yankees. The 49 team, Williams, Dorr, DiMaggio, Pesky. For you guys, 78 team, our team last year. We got it done. Now we're going to the World Series and get that one done.
Let's bring Mrs. Autry back up. We have one more presentation as David Ortiz celebrates. Mrs. Autry, the MVP presentation.
Well, I I'm here to present the Most Valuable Player Award, the Lee McPhail Most Valuable Player Award, to David Ortiz. David, congratulations for winning this wonderful award today. Very proud of you. So is all of Boston. Congratulations.
David, after Game 5, you said I need some of my teammates to pick me up as well, and talk about what Johnny Damon was able to do today with his 2 home runs.
It's been just unbelievable. We just try to stay together, going through this. Nobody thought that we were going to put ourselves together and get to this point. But I don't know who came with the idea of keep the faith. Whoever came with the idea, I think that was the best words I ever created here in the Boston nation. I think Johnny just showed who he always has been, out there. Great hitter, great player, and he feel like he had to do something, he did it.
David, congratulations. Great series. Good luck in the World Series.
Thank you, buddy.
Down here in the Red Sox clubhouse. We'll send it upstairs to Joe for just a second, then we'll be back with more players.
Joe, just a tremendous scene out here. Chudnik went all the way out to the right center field bleachers because there's some Red Sox fans out there, and he wanted to acknowledge them. Then he ran over by the first base stand where some of the Red Sox fans were. He's still on the field. Kevin Millar came out and brought a gentleman, perhaps a relative, out of the stands onto the field. Mike Timlin's out there. Mike just throws a baseball in the Red Sox fans in the upper deck. We probably have about 3,000 Red Sox fans still here on the third base side behind the dugout and in the upper deck as well. And some of the Red Sox still out there celebrating, and I know you have many more in the clubhouse, so let's go back to Jerry Trupiano in the clubhouse of the American League champion Boston Red Sox.
Thinking sort of took away some of the doubt.
Yeah, that's exactly what we needed to do. Score early and keep on scoring, and that's exactly what we did. It got a little scary later on because we weren't driving in those last couple of runs, but scoring on Mark Bellhorn's home run there in the 8th, and also the sac fly by Cabrera in the 9th actually pretty much sealed it, because we know that the Yankee ball club is capable of coming back on anyone, and that's it. More doubt. I just think the attitudes that we have here, we're so all right, baby. We're so loosey goosey. After we were down 3.
I think everything's wet down there with all the champagne flowing. So Jerry Trupiano trying to get the equipment back in gear. Frank Sinatra never sounded so good here. Normally they play Liza Minnelli when the Red Sox win, but tonight Big Frank is on for about the 6th encore, and he's in rare form. As the Red Sox have won it, they are the American League champions. The greatest comeback in baseball history. It really has to be, because no team has ever done it. No team has ever been behind by 3 games to none, and come back to win 3, let alone 4 in a series, and the Red Sox have made history here tonight. Such a season. 15-6 in April, a great first month, and 3 months of mediocrity, 3 very frustrating months where they played about 500 baseball and didn't execute, didn't do a lot of the little things. And then starting on August 1st, they picked it up, played some great baseball, won 20 of 22 in one stretch, finished the regular season 42-18, played superb baseball against the Anaheim Angels, swept that series with relative ease, and then came here against the Yankees, fell behind 8-0. Remember that in Game 1, they were down 8-0, and then came back to make it 8-7. The Yankees fell behind here 8-1 and never got closer to 8-3. But they lost that game 10-7. The second game, Pedro pitched well, but lost 3-1 on the Olerud home run. And then, disastrous Game 3, 19-8, the blowout. The Red Sox were 3 outs away from ending this season, losing 4-3 in the last of the 9th inning, facing Mariano Rivera. But Millar worked the walk in Game 4. Robert stole the base, and then the base hit by Miller that tied it. The Red Sox went on to win on the Ortiz home run and kept on from there. Let's go back to Jerry Tripiano in the clubhouse.
Ron Jackson is the Red Sox hitting coach, and your guys hit tonight, and they hit the last few games too, didn't they?
You know what? I'm just proud of each and every one of these guys. Derek Lowe said that give me 8 runs here, Papa Jack, and I'll take it to the promised land, and he did.
He did. He pitched awfully well tonight. And how about Johnny Damon turning it around? A lot of that extra work you guys did paid off.
Exactly. I don't know if he told you that or not, but we went to the cage, and I said, John, it's time to work. Let's get to the cage and then let's work out this swing because, you're not getting the job done right now. But he came down, and I take my hat off to him for coming down and preparing himself and getting ready for the game. And it's just a great feeling to have a guy like that on the ball club. When Johnny Damon goes, we go.
And you guys are going to the World Series.
Exactly. I love it. This is my first time, and I'm just proud of each and every one of these guys. From the top to the bottom, from the organization, John Henry and his group, and everybody else. I'm just proud of everybody. Theo Epstein and the manager, just everybody. I just can't call everybody name, but I'm just okay. It's all right.
Ron Jackson, Red Sox hitting coach. We're going to grab Curt Schilling here. He's doing an interview on TV right now, and we'll see if we can grab Curt real quick and have a word with him. And if he's still with me, it's a madhouse in here right now, and Curt's trying to make his way over here to us. We'll get a word with Curt Schilling, who really helped turn this thing around. One of the most dramatic performances you'll ever see. And we'll see if we can grab Curt right now. Curt, congratulations. Red Sox network here. Everybody thrilled by what you did last night. How about your buddy?
Waterproof?
No, these eyes are not waterproof. Uh-oh.
You had a question.
Yeah, I had a question. What about your buddy, Derek Lowe, on the heels of your job last night?
I am so proud of Derek. I mean, in the last 10 or 12 days, what he's gone through emotionally had to be tough. But we wouldn't be going to the World Series without Derek Lowe. And I think that says as much as you can say about the guy.
I thought he slowed the game down tonight. He didn't rush anything. He seemed to look around a little bit, just let the game come to him.
Well, Derek wasn't doing that great. I know he had some issues going on with his back, and it was a little bit of a struggle for him. But again, you can't scout what's inside a player, and this is a team with 25 guys who have insides unlike anybody I've ever played with.
I'll tell you what, if they say you can't measure the heart, I think you guys have provided a yardstick for this club anyway.
I'd like to think so. We just did something that's never been done before against the best team in sports history. So,
you ready to go next time out?
I'm ready to go.
Congratulations. We have Theo Epstein with us right now, Red Sox general manager, making his way through. Theo, I don't want to embarrass you, and I hope this doesn't embarrass you, but I thought I saw some tears of joy.
Nope, not yet. I'm saving that for the World Series. You're mistaken. That's just good old-fashioned Budweiser ripping out my face.
Hey, how proud are you right now of what this club has done?
I'm proud of these players. And Terry Francona and the coaching staff and the ownership and the rest of the front office. I'm proud of the Red Sox fans. I'm proud of everyone. You know, we did this one for those great Red Sox teams that over the years, and the great Red Sox players that never quite found a way to beat the Yankees. The 49 team, Ted Williams, Bobby Dorr, Johnny Pesky, Dominic DiMaggio. This is for you guys. And 78, that team that won that playoff game, and our team last year that came so close. This is for all you guys and the fans. And we're going to the World Series. We're going to take care of one more thing.
This club has been about more than the 25 guys. Everybody that's put on the uniform this year, it's been about picking one another up. And I thought Derek Lowe stepped up big tonight.
Derek Lowe and 24 other guys, too. But Derek Lowe, to start the postseason out of the bullpen, come up big for us in Game 4, and then tonight, this was unbelievable. It was, I'm so proud of him. And you can take a roster and pick any one guy. And I'll give you examples of how they won the series for us. That's just the way it went. No one wanted to let the other 24 guys down, and that's why it's so special, and that's why I'm so proud of them.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
All right, that's Theo Epstein, and we'll be back to talk with John Henry in just a second. We'll take a break and continue on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
There are no guarantees in Boston. We have a love-hate relationship with all our players. Monday, we love them. Tuesday, we hate them. Love them, hate them. Love, hate. Hey, what day is this? Thursday? They're bums. We're so fickle, we even need our cars to adapt to our mood swings. Like the all-wheel drive Volvos. Just like opinions on the Sox, they change with the weather. They handle anything this town can dish out, and this town can dish it out. Okay, take it easy. You the all-wheel drive Volvos. Volvo, the official car of the Boston Red Sox.
Your wireless phone is only as good as the network it's on. And Verizon Wireless has America's most reliable national wireless network. Too bad this eager fan hasn't heard. His friend got tickets to the big game, but they got split up in the crowd. He's been trying to call to find them, but he can't get a wireless signal. Too bad. The game's about to start. With the Verizon Wireless network, chances are his call would have connected and they'd both be cheering from the first baseline by now. That's because Verizon Wireless has America's best national wireless network. So whether it's to make a call from your hometown ballpark or from a stadium across the country, you can count on Verizon Wireless to be there. Hey, there's a reason more people choose Verizon Wireless than any other carrier.
To get America's most reliable national wireless network, stop by Verizon Wireless today or call 1-800-2-JOIN-IN. Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you. Network claims based on Verizon Wireless reliability studies and network advantages. See VerizonWireless.com for details.
Red Sox baseball.
Great scene here. About 2,000 fans remain in the stands. Some of the Red Sox players went up in the stands to greet family members and friends. Other wives came down in the field, and many players were spraying the fans with champagne as the fans were chanting, "Who's your daddy?" Well, I guess you could say the Red Sox are the Yankees' daddy now, as they have won the series 4-3. Now the players are starting to move inside. Don't see too many out there now, but it has been just a tremendous scene here at Yankee Stadium to do it on the Bronx soil. Troop?
All right, we have Red Sox principal owner John Henry with us. John, first of all, congratulations. You must be very proud not only of this team but of your organization.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations to everyone in New England. Not have gone down 3 games to none that last in 12 innings, winning innings, and then after that have to come back to Yankee Stadium and win 2 here. Couldn't have done. And for you to win for themselves, but also to win for you. It's just the most incredible accomplishment in professional team sports history.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
John Henry, the Red
It's going to be a World Series in Boston.
Yeah.
So get that out, can you?
And probably plenty of good seats still available, right?
Plenty of seats available.
All right, John Henry visiting with us. Tom Werner, congratulations. And Red Sox, let's get a quick word. I'm one of the Red Sox owners and chairman of the Red Sox. How proud are you?
This was historic, and maybe the word has been used a lot tonight, but to be down, I remember, there's one thing I want to say, which is last year it was very upsetting for all Red Sox fans to be 5 outs away, but here the Yankees were in one game 3 outs away, and another game 6 outs away, and we just stuck to it, and to win in Yankee Stadium, that erases a lot of tough memories.
Congratulations.
You too, Jerry.
Thank you very much. All right, we're going to make our way through the maze here and see if we can get a little better reception and talk to some more players. If you guys can hang with me here, I'm going to try to weasel my way through. All right. Dr. Charles Steinberg, Red Sox Vice President. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. Thanks to everybody in Red Sox Nation. They kept the faith, didn't they?
You think there's a celebration back in Beantown and throughout New England?
It must be going wild, and it is the greatest sense of satisfaction for us to give this to the fans who never gave up. There is no doubt that the fans were a key 10th man, a key contributing member. They deserve this as much as anybody in this room.
And you've got the home field advantage in the World Series.
Well, thank goodness for that. How about that All-Star game having counted? But Fenway Park is going to open up again, and how exciting, but how rewarding for the people who are young fans or who've been fans for 85 years, that they get to see the Red Sox play in the World Series at Fenway Park.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much. Thanks to everybody in Red Sox Nation.
All right, that's Dr. Charles Steinberg, Red Sox Vice President. We're going to move here and see if we can find some more players, and we're going to, Joe, if you can hear us, we're making our way back through the clubhouse here where maybe the reception's going to be a little bit better. And if Joe can hear me, I'm going to try to get Gabe Kapler right
these
here.
Fans don't want to leave, Troop. They're still Well, over 1,000 here in the lower deck behind the third base dugout and some behind the screen. Most of them in Red Sox paraphernalia. Most of the Yankee fans have departed. There's still a police presence on the field, but no problems. A very orderly celebration. The players came out earlier. A couple of them are still out there. See Coach Brad Mills with his wife and a couple of other coaches and front office executives on the field. This is it's been memorable.
Gabe Kepler with us right now, and Ellis Burks. Ellis, congratulations. Gabe, congratulations. Well, we all talked together. The team doesn't know the meaning of the word quit.
I'll give that to the elder statesman here. I don't want to embarrass him right now.
We talked about this, though, with Ellis. This team does not quit.
No. I tell you, being down 3-0 in this situation, something that's never been done before. These guys, we battled. We knew that we could do it. We stuck together as a team. It's pure love in this clubhouse. Everyone loves each other. We care about each other, and that's what it's all about. And we came together as a unit and made it happen.
I wish I could find the bottom line as to what turned this thing around. I mean, so many things you guys did well after Game 3.
To me, the only game that felt uncomfortable was that first one we were down 3-0. That first game was difficult. You couldn't get a feel for the game. We weren't exactly sure what direction it was going. And I think the fact that once we got rolling in that game gave us a little bit of momentum. And then, you battle back in those really tight ones, and it gives you a lot of confidence. And I think there was no doubt that we were going to win the game tonight.
I want to ask both of you. Is it as easy as you guys did a very good job in games 4, 5, 6, and 7 of not beating yourself?
Well, I mean, you can make that case, but I don't know if it is. I think it has more to do with heart and tenacity and just drive and passion and pulling for each other. We're family in here. We care about each other, and we pull hard for each other. We have a great, solid leadership and a bunch of guys who want to win.
Never giving up, man. That's the key. We've been through a lot of things this season. I mean, with injuries, everything that's went on with families and everything. But, this club never gave up, and that's the key, man. To bring it together like this here in Yankee Stadium, to win here, where it's so tough. These guys have been beating us here the whole year pretty much, and to bounce back the way we did, especially in Game 7, the heartbreaker from last year, and to bounce back and win this year is awesome.
Congratulations, Ben.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to grab more of the Red Sox players around here. Here's Terry Francona real quick. Let me grab the Red Sox skipper. Terry, congratulations. I guess I'm going to see you Saturday night, huh?
I certainly hope so. We talked about prolonging it, and we did. And what a special time for the Red Sox, the organization, the Red Sox Nation, the players, everybody involved in it. We're going to go to the World Series, and 4 or 5 days ago, I'm not too sure too many people gave us a chance. But because of the way our guys went about it, we're going to go play in the World Series.
It's sort of the things we talk about on the pregame show each night. Don't beat yourself and add on runs. Those things have happened for you.
We put ourselves in a position where if we played a good game tonight, we'd be in good shape. And we came out and we swung the bats. We had great approach. Johnny Damon hits a grand slam that gives us a cushion. Derek did I don't want to say unthinkable, but what he did was way above and beyond. We were just looking for innings. He gave us 6 innings and quality innings, and that was really, putting him in the bullpen. He didn't put his tail between his legs. And we told him at the time, we said, you'll have something to say about the outcome of this, and look what he did.
We shouldn't have been surprised. You lost a guy at the plate in the first inning, but David Ortiz comes up with a big hit for you right away and really turns the momentum around again.
I agree. They made a great play. Matsui gets the ball to Jeter. It looks like we're going to have a run. We don't get it. And if David, if they get out of that, the momentum shifts. David put a great swing on, gave us the 2, so we feel good about ourselves. And then again, when Johnny unloaded, that really gave us some breathing room.
How important now is it that you have the home field advantage in the World Series?
Well, you know what? We have to win whoever we play, wherever we play, but it'll be fun to go home.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Troop.
Red Sox manager Terry Francona visiting with us. We're going to move here around a little bit, and all right, we're going to grab Jason Varitek real quick here and see if we can visit with really the backbone of the Red Sox, Joe. When Jason Varitek gets done with a TV interview here, we're going to grab him because he really. Oh, let me grab Derek Lowe real quick. Hold on. We're going to Derek Lowe. Derek. D. Lowe. Hey, I think I saw you before the game. You were in a pretty good mood. I bet you're even in a better mood now.
Yeah, I know. I tried to be loose and do all the quirky things I do because I think, it's a routine that works. And Unbelievable game. We come out there, we score 6 runs early, and it was you knew they could score at any time, and so I really tried to focus, and it's just an unbelievable feeling, and I hope New England really enjoys this win.
I remember I'm sorry, I knocked your cigar away, I think. I remember a conversation we had on the team flight after the Oakland series last year where you talked about the Nolan Ryans, the Roger Clemens, and Pedro slowing the game down. I thought you did a very good job out there tonight slowing the game down.
It was, from a mindset standpoint, it's one of the best I've had all year, and because I kept telling myself, slow the game down, make sure you breathe, because it sounds kind of quirky, but in this stadium, it can go south in a hurry. So if you don't slow the game down, you watch the hitters like Bernie Williams, they really slow the game down, and so you try to learn from what you maybe haven't done in the past, and try to make it all work on one special night.
The few times you did fall behind, you were able to get a few ground ball outs. The sinker must have really been good tonight.
There's actually a changeup. I can't tell you how many changeups we threw. I bet we got, I know the 6th inning, Jeter, A-Rod, those are changeups, probably 5 to 6 with ground balls against the left-handers with changeups. Sometimes if you find something that works, you don't change it until the other team makes an adjustment.
I know you can't pitch the scoreboard, but did the early runs take a little pressure off?
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. And we had no idea, what to expect out of tonight, how long I was going to go, but I didn't really matter, and so unbelievable. It really is.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Eric Lowe, Red Sox starting pitcher tonight, who got the win here in Game 7. We're going to see if we can grab Jason Varitek real quick. All right. Joe, let's talk for just a second until Jason gets done with this interview, and then I'm going to grab the Red Sox catcher.
Well, Chip, this is such a monumental victory. You just can't overstate it. The Yankees have the greatest sports franchise in the history of professional sports. More championships than anyone. 39 pennants, 26 world championships. And the Red Sox had never beaten them when it really mattered with a championship on the line. And tonight, it happened here. It happened over the last 4 days with the great comeback wins, and this has really been historic. And I'm glad Theo mentioned all those people from the past,
right.
Some of the great teams, the 49 team, the 78 club, and the 75 team, of course, that came 1 game short of winning the World Series, the 86 team, and so many of those great players were just 1 or 2 outs away from winning it all. The Red Sox wives now are gathered on the mound, and there are several of them there. They're posting pictures.
We have Jason Varitek with us. Red Sox catcher's just finishing up an interview, and we'll get a word in with Jason here in just a second. Whoop, there goes the champagne cork that Jason Varitek had just went flying. So as soon as he's done answering this question, we'll talk with really the guy who's the backbone of this club, and we got Jason here in just a second. So
did you get wet?
Did I get wet? Schilling just drenched me, absolutely. He asked me if my eyes were waterproof, and I gave him the wrong. I think any answer would have been the wrong answer.
Well, this was such a grinding series. So many extra inning games, long games, the tension. Tonight, you still felt the tension, even though it was a one-sided ball game.
All right, well, Joe, we have Jason with us right now. Let me interrupt. Jason Varitek, the backbone of this club. You must be very proud of not only everybody on this club and including the staff, but what an effort, what a start you got from Derek Lowe tonight.
Yeah, Derek was, he was nerve-wracked, but he stayed within himself. And, we asked a lot of him when we came off 2 days rest. And he was able to get ahead with different pitches. He's been through a lot this year. Use him, and I couldn't be prouder of him.
Jason, I know you work hard behind the plate, and you take pride in what you do back there and getting your pitchers through the games. You've had some great at-bats and some key hits in this series, too.
Still, my job was behind that plate, especially when we were down. We had to turn the corner pitching, and we really had to turn the corner pitching, and we did. We turned that corner, and that's what I think is what allowed us to be in these games.
Yeah, those last 4 games, you slowed down a pretty good lineup.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better when you go Jeter, A-Rod, Sheffield, Matsui. hottest hitter in America. So we did a good job.
Was it as simple as making pitches the last 4 games, or did you guys make adjustments after the first 3?
Making pitches. We had the right idea. We've seen them enough. We had the right ideas and the right things. We just maybe didn't quite get it done. Made a few adjustments here and there to a couple guys, but they're good. They're very good, and they don't allow you to make any mistakes.
What a difference a year makes.
We were just more fortunate this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Along those lines, Red Sox catcher Jason Varitek visiting with us.
Johnny Damon just came back outside, and he is being mobbed by the media. So the wives were, many of them on the pitcher's mound, just posed for pictures. And still, several fans, a couple of hundred fans anyway, remain behind the dugout. And Doug, who's that on top of the dugout? Mike Myers. Hugging some fans on top of the dugout, high-fiving people. And these Red Sox fans who were fortunate enough to get tickets and made the trip to New York are really enjoying the history that was made tonight.
All right, we're going to see who else we can grab down here. We really want to talk to Tim Wakefield, and Tim might be out there with the wives. And as we make our way through the room here, we'll see if we can grab another Red Sox representative or two. Maybe here's Larry Lucchino. Here's Red Sox President Larry Lucchino. Larry, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Troop. What a good feeling.
What's going through your mind right now? What kind of emotion?
Well, special sense of satisfaction for Red Sox Nation, for the whole organization, win the American League pennant. I mean, I've been in the game long enough. I know how rare and how hard that is. I'm sure we all do. But great satisfaction to win it in Yankee Stadium, to go through the Yankees, to get to the World Series. But a real sense that this is a step along the way. There's more to this march in 2004, and we got to keep our eyes on the next prize.
In this sport, nobody gives you anything. You earn what you get, and you guys really earned this trip to the World Series.
Thank you. I think because of the players' intensity, their competitiveness, their resilience, their harmony too, the joy with which they played the game. This was a special team, and to win it with a kind of special historic achievement is one for the record books.
I mean, I don't know if we can fully grasp what we've seen.
Yeah, it may take a little while. We have a couple of days to enjoy, is what John Henry said. Enjoy the next 72 hours, and then we can get back to work.
And this ride isn't over yet.
You got that right.
All right, Larry Lucchino, Red Sox president, with a word with us. And Joe, as we continue to move through the clubhouse here, the celebration continues. I think just about all the champagne may be gone, and we're still looking for Tim Wakefield. Is he out there on the field, by the way? We're going to see if we can grab him.
I don't think he is out here yet, but there's so many Red Sox fans and front office people, Red Sox wives out there, and it's been very orderly. Police are still there, just making sure everything's okay. Red Sox fans remaining in the stands. To do it here is, to do it at Fenway would have been super, but to do it here just seems to be an exorcism of sorts, doesn't it? Just amazing, because Mike Timlin's out there now over by the Yankee dugout. A lot of TV people doing live shots on the field. This has just been a scene to behold here as the Red Sox have made history with perhaps the greatest comeback in sports history, and certainly the single greatest win in Red Sox history. I mean, in 1918, they might have won a World Series, but it didn't have the focus that it has today. And it wasn't here at Yankee Stadium either against the most dominant team and the winningest team in the history of professional sports. So, Red Sox Nation, rejoice, and we'll continue on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network after this. Well, they're starting to turn off the lights now at Yankee Stadium, but several of the Red Sox players are out in the field. We see Kevin Millar, Mike Timlin, who is dancing, and Johnny Damon's been out there. Jason Varitek, Kurt Schilling, a lot of hugging going on, and the Red Sox celebrating now as a family on the field here at Yankee Stadium. We'll be going to Fenway Park in a few minutes to see what's happening at Kenmore Square and in the Fenway neighborhood. And Jerry Trupiano is down to the clubhouse, and Jerry has a guest with him now.
Kevin Millar is with us, and Kevin, you guys got it done.
We got it done. How many people get a chance to walk out of their hotel room and say, we got a chance to shock the world today? And we did.
Yeah, I saw some of those people talking to you when you were walking back into the hotel, and you told them you guys were going to get it done.
No doubt about it, man. We believe in each other. When these doors are closed, this 25-man, this whole group, this whole organization believes in each other, and that's what it's all about.
From a historical standpoint, have you realized what you guys have accomplished?
Not yet. I mean, I've only been there a couple years, but I can't wait. We got 4 more wins to win this World Series, and what we've done now is advanced, and it's a sweet feeling being down 0-3 and to win 4. But now we got 4 more games to win, and we're excited to get a chance.
David Ortiz had the big hits to help turn this thing around in the 4th and 5th games, and then you got the effort by Schilling. Derek Lowe came up very big, and you guys got him some runs tonight.
Everybody contributed. I mean, big walks in the series, big stolen bases in the series, big hits, big home runs. Johnny Damon, Mark Bellhorn yesterday, Schilling, Derek Lowe, our bullpen, everybody in the bullpen, Keith Folk. I mean, what more can you say about it? You know, you talk about Mariano Rivera, and he's the closer, which he is, but then how about Keith Folk laying in the weeds, the job that he did for us? I mean, there's not a guy on this team that did not contribute to help us get where we are today.
They always say in sports that you can't measure an athlete's heart. I think you can measure the heart of this club.
The heart of this club is unbelievable. You got guys non-tender released, never signed, free agents. I mean, all the above. I mean, David Ortiz non-tender by the Minnesota Twins. Think about it, 2 years ago. Now look at it where he's at.
And now you're going to the World Series.
Now the Sox are going to the World Series for Sox Nation. We're so excited.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Kevin Millar, a chance to visit with one of the Red Sox key spokesmen and one of the key contributors for the Red Sox. As the celebration down here is starting to wind it down. I was hoping we could find Trot Nixon, who's on the phone right now, or see if we can find Tim Wakefield, because I thought I saw Tim Wakefield, honestly, Joe, with a few tears in his eyes. He was very emotional. And
well, that's understandable.
You can understand where Tim has been and what this means to him. Just look back at a year ago.
That's right. Tim was on the mound, of course, here in the 11th inning, and how things have changed last year. It was strange. You looked at that Game 7, saw Pedro against Clemens. The Red Sox knocked Clemens out and then lost the lead in the 8th inning, and we all know what happened in the 11th. Tonight, nobody knew what to expect with both pitching staffs worn out, and Derek Lowe, who threw 88 pitches on Sunday with just 2 days rest, which is what Jim Lomborg had in 1967's Fun of Beauty, throwing 69 pitches over 6 innings and allowing 1 run on 1 hit. I mean, it was incredible performance here. But the Red Sox have made history, and they have beaten the Yankees, who had 10-1 in League Championship Series. They had won the last 7 League Championship Series in which they had appeared. And as we say, this is the single biggest win in the history, the 104-year history of the Boston Red Sox. And now the Red Sox, fittingly enough, will host the 100th World Series at Fenway Park on Saturday night.
You know, I wonder if it was meant to be, because it was something like we were talking about off the air. The ball that Posada hit last night that everybody thought was a home run. The ball that Tony Clark hit the other night that went into the stands and they didn't get a run home in extra innings. The 2 reversals of calls last night that properly went the Red Sox way.
Right, because in 99 they had 2 calls go against them and they weren't changed.
Right. And I just wonder if it was meant to be. We're going to see if we can grab Bill Miller real quick. We'll see if we can get Bill Miller real quick, because he's been a big part of it for the Red Sox. And we're still looking for Tim Wakefield. I think he's out on the field with his wife, and some of the guys are just starting to come back in here. But it's almost, I don't want to use the term team of destiny, but I think we can use the moniker impossible dream too, because if you were there at Fenway Park for that 19-8 debacle and see the way things have gone 180 here and turned completely around, I mean, it's almost hard to believe. It almost is like a dream.
They were 3 outs away from losing in Game 4. They had a 4-3 deficit with Mariano Rivera on the mound, the greatest closer in postseason history, and maybe the greatest closer ever. And they managed a run on a walk and a stolen base by Dave Roberts and a hit by Bill Miller. And then, of course, we know what happened in extra innings.
Speak Bill Miller, Red Sox third baseman Bill Miller, who helped contribute again offensively tonight and made some outstanding defensive plays. You're going to the World Series. I don't know if you're going home to St. Louis or going to Houston, but you're going to be in the World Series.
Oh.
I just have to say one thing right now. I'm having my first cigar ever, and it tastes pretty good.
We'll see how you feel in a couple hours after that thing. Hey, Derek Lowe tonight, unbelievable.
Oh, outstanding. Unbelievable for Derek Lowe. I'm so happy for him. Just stepped up. Just unbelievable. I mean, it's just a great poise, the confidence, just staying focused on his approach and doing what he does best. And, you know, I'm very happy for him. You know, great game for him.
You must feel very privileged that you underwent the knee surgery this year. You missed some time, but you got back for this, and you've been a big contributor.
Well, I appreciate that, and it's been a lot of fun, and I'm always the first to say that I'm a piece to the puzzle, and whatever I can do to help the team and you know, win ball games and to get to this point that's what it's all about. It's not about that end. That average or any of those ending things or titles or anything. It's about winning and getting to this point, being in the World Series, and then winning it.
It's about taking a walk, getting hit by a pitch, making a defensive play, just making the ability to go from first and third, just the little things which this club has done very, very well.
Yeah, and that's it all contributes to winning over time. And if you continue to be consistent with that, then it's going to pay off in the end. And sometimes it looks bleak, you know, if you're looking at, you know, if you break the season down by a week or a month or whatever. But if you do that over time and you do it over a period of a season, it all builds on itself and it comes out a positive. And that's I firmly believe that. And this is now I can say that you know, we're in the World Series.
Congratulations, you've earned the trip.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Bill Miller, Red Sox third baseman, visiting with us, and it's winding down here, and I think Tim Wakefield may still be out on the field, but
Derek Lowe's out there in the pitcher's mound now, where he starred tonight and where he starred on Sunday as well. So thanks very much, Trip. Great job in the Red Sox clubhouse. And we are going to go to the monster seats out by the lefty wall at Fenway and check in with Andrew Hayes from our flagship station. Andrew?
Hello, Joe.
What's going on at Kenmore Square and at Fenway Park?
It's unbelievable. I'm up here on the Green Monster seat, and it's just craziness. There are thousands and thousands of people down here. They don't know what to do. They're just standing around and screaming, "Go Red Sox."
Well, they just beat the Yankees here, and that hasn't happened very often, so I guess they have to learn.
Everybody is just in such good spirits, and it's very safe. Everybody's having a good time hugging each other and just yelling, "Who's your daddy now?" It's unbelievable.
I guess the Red Sox are the Yankees' daddy.
They are tonight, Joe. They are tonight.
All right, Andrew. Well, thanks very much, and it'll be a wild scene on Saturday night when the Red Sox host Game 1 of the 2004 World Series against the St. Louis Cardinals. The Red Sox win this one, the finale. They win 4 straight against the Yankees after losing the first 3, and they made history tonight. It didn't start out all that well. Damon opened with a single and stole second, but Manny Ramirez did a single to left center, and Damon was thrown out at the plate when Jeter made a great relay. So it was rather deflating, but David Ortiz, as he's done so often, picked up the club on the very next pitch. Pitch to David. Swinging a drive hammer deep to right field, way back. And this ball is gone into the right field seat. A line drive home run by David Ortiz, and the Red Sox lead it 2-0. Ortiz, first ball swinging. It's his third home run of the series. He now has 11 RBIs, and that takes a lot of the sting out of the out at the plate as the Red Sox jump ahead 2-0 in the first inning.
You talk about picking your team up. You talk about a job of picking your team up. Ortiz just did that there.
David Ortiz was named the American League Championship Series Most Valuable Player, rating .387 with 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. In the second inning, Millar sparked the rally, a 1-out single. Then Kevin Brown walked the next 2 batters. Joe Torre went to his bullpen, and Johnny Damon greeted Javier Vasquez on the very first pitch he threw. Vasquez to the set. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high drive to deep right. Back toward the corner it goes. Sheffield looking swing. Johnny Damon hits the first pitch. Javier Vasquez delivers into the right field seat. And Damon has had a frustrating series. Makes up for it big time here. 6-0 Red Sox. And Johnny Damon, who we watched go to the batting cage earlier tonight with a wry smile on his face. He seemed to exude confidence. And came up again in the fourth inning after a leadoff walk facing Vasquez.
Last time Damon hit a grand slam. All three of his hits against this pitcher have been home runs. Here it comes.
Swing and a drive, deep to right. Way back, upper deck. Home run, Johnny Damon. 8-1 Red Sox.
And on runs, Johnny Damon. First pitch swinging, upper tank, 2-run homer, 8-1 Red Sox.
Now the Red Sox kept the 8-1 lead until the 7th when Pedro Martinez took over for Derek Lowe. Was brilliant. Derek allowed 1 run on 1 hit in 6 innings, throwing just 69 pitches. Pedro gave up a couple of doubles and an RBI single to Lofton to cut the lead to 8-3. But in the 8th inning, the Red Sox got one back when Mark Bellhorn greeted Tom Gordon. Gordon at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swinging a long drive to right, deep down the line, back by the pole, and hits the foul pole. Home run, Bellhorn. 9-3 Red Sox. Mark Bellhorn hitting the foul pole. It would have been into the upper deck as he hits his second home run in his many games. So the Red Sox added one more run in the 9th inning on a sac fly by Cabrera. With a 10-3 lead in the last of the 9th, Mike Timlin got the first 2 outs. But with 2 men on, Alan Embry came on to face the pinch hitter Ruben Sierra, with the Red Sox needing one more out for their 11th pennant. The 1-0 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to second base. Pokey Reese has it. He throws to first, and the Red Sox have won the American League pennant. They mob Alan Embry on the mound. The Boston Red Sox have pulled the greatest victory in team history. In the 104 years of the Boston Red Sox, this is the most important of them all, as the Red Sox have won the pennant, beating the New York Yankees, their arch rival, in 7 games. They lost the first 3 games of the series and became the first team ever to win the next 4 and the championship. Move over, babe. The Red Sox are American League champions. We'll give you the totals after we take a 10-second break on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cardinals forced to Game 7 in the NLCS with an extra innings win over the Astros, 6-4 in Game 6. Details and all your phone calls after the Red Sox all night long on WEEI Boston.
Now, most of the players have headed for the clubhouse, so we see Derek Lowe still being interviewed on TV, so it'll be a while before the Red Sox head to the airport here. Our D'Angelo totals for the Red Sox in Game 7. 10 runs, 13 hits, no errors, and 9 left. For the New York Yankees, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 5 left. Derek Lowe gets the win. He is now 3-4 in postseason play. Kevin Brown, the loser, he was shelled, knocked out after an inning in the 3rd. Home runs, Johnny Damon hit 2 of them, a grand slam. His first of the series came in the 2nd inning, and he hit a 2-run shot in the 4th. David Ortiz hit his 3rd in the 1st inning with a man on, and Mark Bellhorn his 2nd in the 8th with the bases empty. One of those home runs came during the Giant part of the lineup, so that means another $200 Giant Glass contributes to the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Massachusetts, bringing the grand total to $25,000. 56,129 watched this ball game, which took 3 hours, 31 minutes to complete. October 20th, 2004. A historical day in Red Sox history as they defeat the New York Yankees to win the American League pennant in 7 games. We'll continue on the WEEI Red Sox Radio Network in a moment.